All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if it sounds okay, if you don't mind hitting that number 1. Actually, the mic might be too low, or is it okay? Hit that number. I think it might be a little too low. Let me check something real quick. That sounds like it could be too low. Yep. This should be up around 77. There we go. All right. This should sound a little bit better here. Perfect. All right. Lots of ones there. Very good. Thank you. But yeah, I think this should sound a little bit better. Excellent. Well, very quickly, for those of you that watch just in the archive, if you want to have something continue to watch in the archive, this is totally viewer supported. There is no sponsorship. So code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I use, I recommend Take Profit Trader. But depending on where you're at in your journey, if you're an experienced trader, you're looking to build your empire, you want more than 5 accounts, and I say 5 because Take Profit Trader, that's the amount of trades you can copy. Then here are some other ones. One quick note, though, is enough people have brought up Alpha Futures where I looked into them, and they gave me a code. So yes, Alpha Futures seems to be starting to make a name for themselves. So that is the newest addition here. So thank you very much. Like I said, if you want to have something to continue to watch in the archive, got to support the stream. You support the stream, like I said, with code CLAY. So, all right, let's hop into the official broadcast, whatever you want to call this. So there we go. All right, well, good morning. Officially, it is Friday, February 27th. The year is 2026. And we are off to, I guess, the last day, not the last day of the month, the last trading day of the month. There we go. So Sunday will be March 1st, which is when the futures market will open back up again. So just keep that in mind from a psychology standpoint. Don't go and do something really stupid to blow up like the entire month or something like that. I've been there before. It is not a good feeling at all. So keep in mind that calendar context that, just be careful. Be careful. It is the end of the month. So first reminder, as always, if you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, hit that like button. I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it does make a difference. So maybe we can hit 400 likes today. I suppose we'll see. But yeah, hit that like button. And just saw an email from somebody. But yeah, it does help. So how is everybody's days going today? Green, red, terrible, great, worst day ever, best day ever, passing account, blown account. Happy to report no blown accounts for me today. Yesterday, if you were here, walk through, I had the wrong bias and it bit me. So I had a couple of blown accounts yesterday. But today for me, today just makes sense. Yesterday, it seemed like I left a lot on the table. But today, yeah, I'm about where it seems like I should be. So I would say that today is, I don't want to say anything special, nothing terrible. Today just makes sense for me. Yesterday, not the case. I was just, I really wish, it just seemed like I left way too much on the table. Seemed like I should have been up way further than what I was, blowing a couple of, but today, kind of all is right with the world. Now, we'll see how the live stream goes. Maybe by the end of this thing, I'll be saying the exact opposite, but we'll have to see what happens. 0 trades for Kevin. Compton. Clay, what's an authenticator app I'm trying to finally take? I'm not sure what you mean by authenticator app. I don't, probably just a second layer of security, if I'm understanding what you're asking. Roasting an account, green by 660. Bad day, I am green. I went on bad day, but I am green. Okay, well, good. Come from stocks 1 month ago. Got that first pair from Apex. Let's go 2 more. Nice job, Dev. Terrible, worst day so far. Sorry to hear that, Sam. Hopefully you got some lessons to learn. Was red 1300. Now red. Okay, all right. Blew my last test, making the pass at 30%, so not. All right, Hoover. Blew 2 evals, made buffer on pro for payouts. Good job, Glock. True to my name today. Dang it. Really good day. 600 on both. Good. Hey, Sub-Zero. Force. Bird Dog, can you type ABC real quick? ABC. I think you might be a bot. You trading gold. No. Is gold even worth trading these days? Or is it slowed down quite a bit? I don't know. Gold doesn't seem like it was as... Yeah. Nah. Yeah, maybe gold's still a little bit. No, to answer your question, I have not. Gold does not really look like my cup of tea right now. Lessons are learned. Very good. Yeah, that's part of it, Sam. If you're roasting accounts and not learning anything, that's where the red flag comes about. We'll see. I want to give Bird Dog again. Bird Dog 1879. I'm thinking you're a bot. Can you please type ABC? All right. Well, we have this pink line here, the 200 period moving average, which was just a thorn in the. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Which what? Where did? Oh, that's what. Okay, where did my? That's right. I was looking at the 5 minute. There we go. But that 200 period, that pink line there, rejecting. Now a false breakout. So that 200 period moving average, that thing has been kind of a dirty rat. No, not a surprise. I mean, when the price is below the 200 period, it's at least considering that it could be an area of resistance, and it was. But yeah, that breakout move and then just plunged like that right there. That was pretty rough. That was dirty. I am looking for a long though now. If it pulls back to this area right around here. So throughout it, order to get long right there at the green line. If this is some sort of range, I'm ideally buying near the bottom of the range. If it's not a range and it keeps plummeting, well, it'll be a losing trade. I'm definitely a bot. Okay, here we go. Maybe the green line turns blue. Okay. Oh, see, in hindsight, I feel why was I below VWAP? Why didn't I just put my order at VWAP? Because that's literally right where it bounced from. Why is trading so obvious in hindsight? Anybody got an answer? Why is trading so obvious in hindsight? Now, the reason why I did do that, though, I mean, that wasn't, I'm being a little bit sarcastic, is there was a little track record here of little miniature breakdowns below the VWAP. So I was thinking, okay, let's see if I can get another one of these situations here. But no, this time it decided to literally bounce right off of VWAP. So, okay, all right. Hey, good morning, Steve. Good morning, Todd. Anthony, that is true. Waiting for a pullback to 915 for a long. What's it, 915? All right, now I don't necessarily like the long as much because I would be buying after this failed bounce up. So buying after a failed bounce, nah. Now you're right. Stay for decisions until you normally double up when you're down. Yeah. Let's see, what is this? The 5 minutes, 14. What's this here? Oh, yeah. All right, this is. So check it out on the 5 minute. We have that purple line there, 50 period moving average. Value of it, essentially 914. Now we're on the 2 minute. What's the purple line here? 9, basically 13. So we have a nice little confluence. We have the 50 period moving average essentially at the same level on both the 5 and the 2 minute. Does that mean it'll bounce from that area? Of course not. No bounces. Do I think that's a rational trade plan to have? Yes. Hey, John. Good morning, Eddie. That's true. Even the lotto is very obvious in hindsight. Well, of course I should have picked those numbers. That's true. Trying to live stream, trade, and answer emails all at the same time. I feel like in the background there should be the dun 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 dun, dun music. Yeah, I'll let you know, John. I'm working on it. I'll try to get to 110% accuracy. email you. Yeah, I do have an AOL email. Bearish cross of 12 and 25 EMA and VIX. Roger that. Again, I'm trying to get long here at the green line if it wants to come down. What is this yellow line? Oh, okay. This yellow line is this resistance that I was watching this morning. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. I don't know if it really serves any more purpose right now. SIL. Sounds like you need a claw bot to do some tasks for you, like delete all your emails. What's a claw bot? All right, well, never mind on that one. Didn't quite pull back far enough. Once again, it seems so obvious. So I should have put my orders there. Well, yeah. Yeah. In hindsight, I should have done all that. Wouldn't it be wild though if like this is the range for the rest of the day? Top of the range, that pink line, 200 periods at moving average. Bottom of the range, that purple line, 50 periods at moving average, and then just moving forward, that's the range right there. I guess that wouldn't be terrible, because that still would be what, like, I don't know, give or take an 80-point range. Latest AI, gotcha. All right, well, maybe the next trade will be a potential short up around this general area. If this is the range and this is the top of the range, well then I should probably try to get short at the top of the range. Been in a range since about 9:10. Well, I go by Eastern time, so I don't know about 9:10, but I guess if you're going by Central time, then maybe you're starting the range right there. Well, there's Jimbo the Earthworm. So if this is a range, and I'm thinking this is a range, and we're basically right in the middle of that range, so for you don't diddle in the middle, folks, I probably should not even be thinking about a trade right now. But I'm not fully on board. I respect team don't diddle in the middle, but I'm not quite saying that I'm full on board. Team don't diddle in the middle. Let's see, 80. Wondering if I want to try to keep. Oh, never mind. Well, I was gonna buy that, so I was gonna say, well, bummer as it came up, but and then it snapped back down. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe good thing I didn't do the trade plan that I was thinking. Again, hit that like button if you are enjoying. We're going for 100 likes by the 1 hour mark and then 200 likes by the 2 hour mark. Those are my key metrics. So hitting the like button, I know it doesn't seem like it does anything, but it does help, and it serves as a very valuable metric for me to gauge interest levels as someone that's trying to manage my time as wisely as possible. I prefer to use my time doing things that people are enjoying and finding value in. So how do I gauge value via a live stream? Yeah, you guessed it, via that like button. So, hey, Fairchild Snowman 45. What's 45 in reference to? Okay, Dean, gone. In fact, I think I might just ban Dean. That was the most Bush League I told you so I've ever seen. The passive aggressive I told you so's are such a joke, especially when we all know Dean did not go all in short. So yeah, I'll have to think about that. Might just be banhammer worthy on Dean's part. What a Bush League move that was. Anyways, well, it is approaching that pink line on the 5 minute. Again, pink line being that 200 period moving average. No, it was just somebody basically making a claim. Oh, it's for sure going to, and he never even said what lows. So that's where it's just, the more I think about it, it's more like it should probably just be a full-blown ban. Hey, Larry. Good to see you. I don't know if it's day 3, but yeah, that's it. Just I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. He used to be completely normal, and then he's gone into this. My guess is he fell into some sort of nonsense that he found something on the internet, and then this internet has, it's Dunning-Kruger effect. Which, if you don't know what the Dunning-Kruger effect is, you should study it. It is not only just trading, but it is so on point with so much in life. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. I'll think about it. All right, we are approaching the top of the channel, and I'm going to go ahead and put an order to get short there. My stop will be right there. So this is either another rejection. Like I said, I'm thinking this may be some sort of channel that's forming. And if this is the top of the channel, where I'm going to look to get right around short the top of the channel. If I'm wrong, this is not a channel. If this is about to break out, well, then I will have a losing trade. It's pretty straightforward. Keyword being think. This is a sideways channel, but I do not know. Hence me having a stop loss up there. Hey, Brenner. All right, here we go. Maybe. Kind of, sort of. That'll be my first target where this green line is if I get filled. So if I get filled, if that red line turns blue, then I'll click this button and lock in my first target. Oh, so close. Yet so far away. All right, I'm going to move this up a little bit more now. Again, red line, I'm looking to get short. Green line will be my stop. Just trying to play. If this is a sideways channel, I'm just trying to short the top of the channel. It's toying with me, though. Got that close again. No fill. Okay, now I'm in. So like I said, very simple premise. If this is the top of the channel, it wants to start to come back down, I'll make some money. If it's not, I'll lose some money. Again, this green line here is my first target. Whoop, and stopped out. I might try again, though, right here. Was that just one of those little things that I'm going to try again right there? Okay, in. Come on, let go. All right, a little scalp there. It's not releasing like I'd want to see it release. Maybe take another short at it, swing at it up here, we'll see. Oh my goodness, Kyle. No, there's no Freddy Krueger effect. No, I have not done a Darcy account. I'm still trying to think through that. Is there a name to your style of trading or someone you imitated this moment? No, no. My style is my style. Every single person in here, well, I don't know about it. Okay, that's a strong statement. Any trader that has been around and has survived and is, somewhat consistent, literally has their own strategy. And think about it. Even if you have trader A, B, and C, and their strategies are 98% the same, that 2% makes a big difference. That may not seem like, if you're a beginner to the space, I understand. Well, come on, Clay, 2% is not that much. It's a difference. It adds up. Little holes in the boat add up. So no, even if two traders have a strategy that is 98% the same, that makes it still very different. So no, there's not a name to my style. My style is just me. Just like you need to build something where if somebody were to ask you, hey, what's your style? Me. That's what drives me insane about the trading. I mean, it's just marketing. It exists in all sectors, but people show up thinking like trading is going to Walmart and going into the strategy aisle and then just picking a strategy off the aisle. That's not how this works. If that's how it worked, trading would not be known as something that is a very, very, very difficult thing to do. There's a reason why, vacuuming your floor is not a very, very, very difficult thing to do. Why? Because you can literally go to Walmart and pick off the shelf a vacuum cleaner, and then that just works. Trading and strategies are not that way. Doggone it. I feel like a failure in two ways. Way number one, I got short. I mean, this was right, fine. It took me out at the highs. So we had the fake breakout of the highs, fake breakout of the upper channel, whatever you want to call it. But it was a fake. It broke out, but it was fake. So fake breakout. But I don't want to beat myself up too hard because at least I did then grab it again on the way back down. Although I chose kind of a scalpy scalp. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You think we'll be in this range all day? I hope you're wrong. But let me put it this way. If we are, that is okay. Because down here, if we're saying this is the bottom of the range, that's 920. If we're saying up here is the top of the range, that's basically 020. So that's a 100-point range. So if we do stick in a 100-point range, I'll be okay with that. Your strategy feels to move. How do you feel about the price action today? For me, today makes sense for me. When I look at my numbers, I say, yeah, that seems about right. Yesterday seemed like a total failure of a day. Some days I've had where I'm like, I'm green. I don't know how. It feels like I should be red on the day. But I'm green. I'm thankful. I don't know how I'm green. But today is just, makes sense for me. But that's for me. Maybe you're like, how am I green today? Maybe you're like, man, it seems like I should be greener today. All right, I am now looking for a long down around this. In fact, I'll put my order right there. We have the 200 period moving average. We have the VWAP. We have the upsloping 50 period moving average. We have kind of just the broad, generally speaking, areas of support right here. Does that mean it'll bounce from there? Absolutely not. But I think it's a logical point to throw out an order. So going for a long. I'm gonna get right down about there. All right, let's see what happens. Wow. Well, any longs that bought the breakout of that channel that got stubborn, all I'll say is code Clay, all caps, because you are probably cooked. Okay, here we go. Hey, Cody, at some point say, Clay, remind me. And just say remind me, and I'll know what you mean by that. But I want to do something with Cody, but not right now because I'm maybe going to get... Well, now that it's... All right, I'm going to come down some more now. There we go. All right, we're going to do this now. So looking to get long at the green line. So trying to play the bottom of the channel. Stop will be the red line. All right, I can tell. Cody, I'm promoting you to mod. You have been an ironclad person here that you just get what's going on here. So I am making you a moderator. I know you have not asked for it. That is the main reason why you're getting it. So you now need to quit your normal job. You need to be here at 6 a.m. every day, and you work till 9 p.m. every day. And I pay with a great benefits package. You get to choose. That's how good. You get to choose between stale Twinkies and hugs. That is how I pay. So Cody, you are now a mod. Please do not ban. Please do not put time out unless I declare open season on somebody. But if you see a comment that is just, is against kind of the culture around here, delete it. Just called your boss and said I quit. Attaboy. Attaboy. I spit in your face of this cash. I'm taking stale Twinkies. That's acro. That's a lie. That is a lie. Enjoy the Twinkies. No. They're stale Twinkies. There's a difference. My strategy is forecastic momentum, looking for reversals. I don't know what that means, but that just goes to show we all got our different thing going on. No soup, just took advantage of the job opening. Fantastic. Can I have a hug? Maybe someday, Dimitri. If you are promoted to a moderator, then you can pick that as a form of payment. Snowman from 1989. Yes, exactly. Those Twinkies are from 1989. Well, those are still considered fresh in my opinion. All right, looking to get long, down at the green line, still trying to wait, trying to play this channel, trying to be patient. I'm so glad YouTube put this. Well, hey, thank you, Creative Critter. That's kind of you. I'm glad YouTube did too. There are some people where I'm like, man, why YouTube? Why you got to do me dirty like that? Why did you bring this guy here? But no, for 99% of you, I'm glad the algorithm brought you here. You know what? Let me just map out kind of what I'm seemingly, and we'll see how it reacts. So is this the new sideways channel? So there's the top of the channel. You know, I'm going to get really spicy today. We're going to get really spicy. Ooh, look at, no, wait, that's going to be confusing because the VWAP's already dotted. Never mind. I got too fancy for my pants. Okay, there is what I'm thinking is the top of the channel. And then let's see, how am I going to define the bottom? Yeah, I think right there, kind of try to find. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Don't judge me. There we go. All right. So this is my theoretical channel. I say theoretical because nobody knows that this is actually the sideways channel. Nobody knows if it will still respect the top of it. That's what stop losses are for. But this is what I'm thinking. This is the sideways channel, and we'll try to trade around this thing. Hey, good job, San. That is fantastic, man. Good job. Hard work. You've been sticking with it. You've been grinding. I'm shopping for strategies. What strategy aisle is best? The one in the basement. You'll have to go to Walmart and say, I know you got strategies here. Take me to the basement. That's what you have to say. Yeah, Kenny, you are, I always appreciate you dropping by as a former options trader. That's good stuff. Yeah, exactly, Larry. Trading can be very, very lonely, where nobody understands you. You try to tell people, I have voices in my head. I promise you do too, but I'm just doing something that actually causes the voices to trigger. Like, think about it. Think about two contexts. I walk into a group of people, and, let's just say, for example's sake, nobody trades, and I'm like, I have voices in my head. I don't know, maybe within 10 minutes, I'm in a straitjacket, I'm gone. Here I show up and I'd be like, man, I got voices in my head. And all of you reply, yeah, so do I. Yep, I know what you mean by that. Hey, trucking for dividends. Hopefully you decide to sign up. Yeah. Yeah, next to the trading books, exactly. And at Walmart, when they threaten to arrest you, runaways. Yeah, scalp. It's been a while since I've done that one. I thought it was in the basement in the pizzeria, Pizzagate. Yeah, I mean, there are theories about where this aisle is at. Yes, exactly. Den of baboons, yes. All right, I guess if we come back up here, I'm going to take another swing from the short side. So there we go. So I have orders on both sides of the equation. Down here I have a long with a stop loss. Up here I have a short and then a stop loss. Is it getting the job done, question mark? Or do you think we'll need more, question mark? My, I don't know what his official title is. My unofficial land management guy, he's over at our acreage fixing some erosion and stuff like that. So he was showing me some pictures of stone he's putting in a place. Here, that's one thing I learned about land. Like anything, Dunning-Kruger effect, right? So here's how the Dunning-Kruger effect got me. I just thought you buy land and then you just like grow stuff on it. Like you buy land, a farmer's going to pay you to rent, and then that's all you do. No, but land has erosion, land has this, land needs, fertilizer. I mean, land needs to have its pH. There's a lot more that goes into it. I'm like, okay, this guy, and he's the guy that helped me buy the place, he just eats that stuff up. I would like to learn someday, but I just, I got other things I'm trying to do. But he absolutely loves it, and he knows a lot about all that sort of stuff. So he's over there right now with a rented skid steer. And he's doing some rotate. Yeah, well, the farmer knows to do all that. So that's kind of within the farmer's realm. Yeah, he goes beans, corn, beans, corn. All right, here we go. Maybe a short here. I'm looking to get short at the red line. Let's see if this is still a sideways channel. If it's not, then I'll have another losing trade up here. What state? Iowa. Okay, getting close. So I guess technically speaking, that line is where my... Oh, go back up. Depends on where you're in Iowa. Southern Iowa is honestly one of the most underrated, unknown places I think in the country. And I say that because as somebody that had never been to Iowa, here's how my mind works. And I think this is how like 95% of people's works. They hear Iowa and they're like, oh, flat and corn. That's how my mind worked. Oh yeah, Iowa's literally one big cornfield and it's just flat. Southern Iowa though is, I'll just put it, not bad. Southern Iowa, very, very pretty. But don't tell too many people. In fact, don't move to Iowa. Iowa's terrible. I just lied about that. All right, am I going to get filled here or not? Move anywhere but Iowa. There's too much traffic here. It's just not, it's not pretty. I lied. It is actually all flat in a cornfield. So that's all Iowa is. Oh, come on. See, this is where nothing in trading is easy. When somebody's like, it's the equivalent of, well, just trade the trend. The trend is your friend. Or just play the channel, Clay. I'm trying to play the channel and I can't get filled. Nothing is easy, okay? Any cliche saying that makes trading seem like it's easy is a lie, and we're witnessing that right here. Because who's ever heard, well, just play the range, Clay. Just trade the channel. Good grief, I'm trying, and I was right. Look, the channel was, for the most part, right. Unfortunately, I got the wrong entry point. So again, a surefire way that I can tell somebody's a newbie is if they show up and be like, well, Clay, the trend is your friend. Clay, just trade the trend. It's like, yep, tell me you're a newbie without telling me you're a newbie, right? Indiana here, very nice. Yeah, I grew up in Ohio. Then I lived in Missouri for like Kansas City for a couple years. Then back to where my wife is from, Michigan. And now We're in Iowa. Clay, the trend is your friend. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right. Go Bucks. Especially as an Ohio State graduate. Excuse me, the Ohio State University. Exactly. Yeah, just make green trades. It's not that hard. That's true. You guys are idiots. All you got to do is buy low, sell high. It's unreal. Some of you make this way more difficult than it needs to be. But in all seriousness, that is exactly why trading is hard. There is no simple strategy. You don't want a Miami penthouse. If by Miami penthouse you mean a nice homestead with some chickens and some gardening and a stream that I can play in with my kids, and yes, I want a Miami penthouse, if that's the definition. Oh, you grew up in Cleveland? Yeah. Well, thanks to the Cleveland Browns, I am not a very big NFL fan. Oh, yeah, no soup. That sounds like, yeah, not good. Pipeline guys cut through the tile lines on farm we have in Iowa. Yeah, that sounds like to me something that they would definitely have to pay for. But all traders online, I know. I'm like a weirdo. Look at this dude. This dude's like talking about he wants a homestead with chickens. Huh? What kind of Lambo you want? Well, I want a tractor. A Lamborghini tractor would be cool. Which always gets me. I always forget that Lamborghini literally makes tractors too, which is kind of mind-blowing if you stop and think about it. If you're in the trading world, right? If you're in the farming world, here's a question. I wonder, this would be an interesting thing. If we had a room of farmers and we started to talk about Lambos, would they default to like the sports car that traders would default to, or they default to tractors? I wonder. Ooh, North Idaho. Yeah, Idaho was kind of one of those things where I wanted to consider it. But two things about Idaho that were like, eh. One, it's very far away from family. Like our family are still in Ohio and Michigan. And then two, like, I don't know. And maybe, I guess I'm just, I suppose the city boy in me showing out. But I don't know, Idaho's got like a bunch of like stuff where if you send your kids, like, hey kids, go play. Well, aren't there like wolves and mountain lions and bears in Idaho? Like, I don't know. That just kind of freaked my wife and I out. Like, I don't know. Telling our kids to go have fun outside in Idaho, it's like, you're not at the top of the food chain out there. But here in Iowa, it's like, assuming there's not like a ravenous big buck, I think they'll be all right. Oh, really, Bluefish? They would say tractors? That's funny. Makes sense. I have seen those different color eggs. I do know this, Cody. I still have a lot to learn, but I know there's like a bunch of different types of chickens, and I don't know. Chickens is like a whole other thing to learn about. Tractors over sports. Yeah, I think, yeah. I'm on team tractor. That's right. Yeah, no, yeah. If you're gonna break into somebody's house in the country, yeah, from my understanding, the occasional is like very far and few between. Chickens are easy. Yeah, yep. Protection of chickens is something that comes with it from what we've learned. Okay, that's more in the deeper mountain areas, yeah. No, but Idaho is... See, the secret on Idaho got out. Like during COVID, and I don't know, but I know Idaho was one of those places where the population, they saw things going and, prices started to go up because population started to rise. It was just... So that's what I'm trying to avoid with southern Iowa. Don't move to Iowa. Iowa's a terrible place. It's disgusting here, okay? Yep, that's all part of it, especially, in the homeschooling phases, watching the chicks hatch, all that sort of stuff. Okay. See, this is, so for you range traders out there, how do you not drive yourselves insane? Like, it's like, okay, maybe we're going to trade at the bottom of the range. Nope. Now we're going to head back up. It's just, I love luxury cars, but I'd rather live out when I see it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with luxury cars. But yes, on the point of like, does a stereotypical trader, again, stereotypical trader, meaning like the visions we think about from Hollywood movies, and then what marketing people take and run with on social media. Of course, yes, you think of like the fancy cars. There's nothing wrong with fancy cars. I'm just not a car guy. I would like a Tesla at some point. I don't know if Jim's here, but Jimbo, he took advantage of a Tesla out of Des Moines, was doing some sort of like rent a Tesla for a weekend type thing. And he gave me a ride in it. It is cool. It is cool. Is that 3 sets of 3 black crows? I have no idea what you're talking about. I love range trading. Well, bless your heart. It's driving me nuts right now. Yeah, I'll pass on Illinois. I won't get into why I'll just say no thanks to Illinois. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Earthworm special, that's right. That's right, Jim. Okay. All right. Range, yeah, it's sort of wedging. There is a wedge here, kind of, sort of. So potentially use this as a leading indicator. So for example, if it breaks out here, is that a leading indicator that it wants to break to the upside of the range, or vice versa down here? Or maybe not even break out, just at least test. Something like that could make sense. Hey, hit that like button if you're enjoying. We need 9 more likes by the 1 hour mark if we're going to keep this party going, because I do use likes to gauge interest level. So as long as I can tell people are interested, we'll keep the live stream going. How do I gauge, again, interest? How can I tell interest? The like button is a very valuable metric in that regard. So if you are enjoying in any way, shape, or form, hitting the like button, it does have actual very practical effects. So, hey, Tony Gold, Emro, Morning Clay. Yeah, yes. Some people call this barcoding. Some people call this, as we learned a couple weeks ago, negotiating. Some people call it choppiness. Some people call it consolidation. The Trader Dictionary has a lot of terms in it for the same thing. Chickens are great mouse hunters. They eat everything, including small. Oh, really? Well, I know they do a lot with ticks, too. Can I still have an entry to get long down here? Here's something else that range traders, if I had to guess, which I don't really, I mean, I'll trade ranges. I'm trying to trade it right now. But I can see and I'm guessing, I don't have, but the one thing that sends range traders on tilt is this. Like what I'm doing right now. I'm being so patient. I'm waiting for the bottom of the range. I'm waiting. I've been waiting down here for what? At least probably 15 minutes now. So I don't know. I can see a range trader waiting for like half an hour. They finally get filled and then the price like snaps and it takes them out. So they wait like an hour for a 5-second trade that results in a losing trade. I could see that, and I realize not everybody's me, but I could see that just causing me to lose my mind. So that seems like it could be a very real threat to the range trader of a tilt thing. Super, super long wait time. You're patient, and then the trade, what you waited for, it lasts 5 seconds, and then you get kicked out of the trade for a loss. Yeah, pecking order, yeah, apparently is a real thing. You have to be more active than that. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you, Neil? Neil, be careful. Be careful. Make sure you don't need that butterscotch pill. Guinea hens, definitely the best for ticks. Yeah, we got to first just get the homestead built. We got the barn around April 1st. So yeah, basically in about a month now, give or take. Get the ground broke. Get the excavation guy out there, and we'll be on our way. We had to move Red Rooster into the barn because the hens were killing the rooster? I thought it'd be the other way around. I make more money the less act. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Chickens are brutal to each other, yeah. Apparently, I didn't know that hens would kill the rooster. Do you have a lot of Oriental food stores around you? Well, yeah, in Des Moines, I would assume, because that is the big city. But no, where I'm at, out in kind of not totally country Iowa, but yeah, I'm kind of in the meat and potatoes area. No, I just lose money, Lance. It's very easy to lose money. If you need to lose, let's just say $1,000, fire up 10 NQ, 5 NQ, and then just click buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Let the commissions do the work. And then after you get to like, I don't know, let's call it within $100, change over to MNQ, do 5 MNQ, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Then once you get within, I don't know, $10, go to 1 MNQ, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Dean, what am I going to do with you? You really deserve a ban after the Bush League I told you so. I don't know, Dean. You're kind of you're kind of revealing yourself to be one of those folks I don't really prefer to hear myself or hang around. I want iron sharpens iron. All right, we are once again maybe making our way up, so let me get my short order thrown out there again. Short there. Stop there. You did not hear Banhammer. You heard I'm thinking about it. How do you move money to wallet? Yeah, you have to wait till the end of the day because the day's not over yet. Trolling. So that doesn't violate any rules. No, nope. Nope, go ahead. Reposted live on X. Hey, well, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess on that note, I do post this on Twitter. So yeah, if you want to retweet it or whatever that thing's called, I'm not gonna complain about you trying to spread the word. So yeah, thank you. Again, trying to get short at the red line up here. Stop is right there. All right. No soup. I was getting ready. Hey, 126 likes. Perfect. Don't ban. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm torn on him because he used to be just a normal, likable person. And then I think he just started hanging around the wrong people or something. Is it 2 minute mostly for scalping? Well, I don't use the 2 minute. No, I don't know. I don't know if it's mostly for scalping. I'll put it this way. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'll put it this way. I'd be very curious if like an investor was like, I like the 2 minute time frame. I'd be very curious by that. Or like a swing trader, and I'm defining a swing trader as somebody that holds for at least a few days, saying, yeah, I like the 2 minute time frame. Not saying they're wrong, but I would be quite fascinated and want to tell me more about this. I just, So no, I guess theoretically, no, the 2 minutes not only for scalping, but I guess I'd have a hard time wrapping my mind around why somebody that is going to hold for the next 30 years cares about the 2 minute time frame. All right, maybe. Looking to get short at the red line. Well, Dean, since you claim that you look at me as a friend, then fine. So let me be a friend. Whoever you've started to hang out with is causing you to present yourself in just not a good light. Okay? Just from a friend to you. So maybe consider wherever this attitude on yours came from. Just consider it's not a good look, brother. It's not a good look. So we'll go with one more. But if I see this quote unquote new Dean show up again, Banhammer will be in suit. So hopefully old Dean can be here and stay here. Yeah. Yeah, it all depends on your goals, exactly. I'm telling you, this is what's going to send a range traders up. Just trade the range, they said. Clay, stop complaining. Just trade the chop, they said. I cannot get Phil to... So the next time somebody tells you to just trade the range, be like, yeah, well, where's the top of the range? That's how you hold their feet to the fire. Because I am very clearly struggling to define the top of the range. It doesn't quite get up to... Because obviously I'm going to try to short at the top of the range. Hey, cool, Hunter. Good job. Pass it. Good job, Low Dots. Well, I don't know if you're doing the racehorse model or not, Low Dots. But if you are, this would be a time to fire up another horse to get in training so that you can start to build your stable of racehorses. Again, I don't know what model you're doing, but if you were doing the racehorse model, good job. You've now converted this horse into a racehorse. So if you want to, like I said, build up that stable of past accounts, then fire another one up. I'm green 250. This is where we usually start screwing up. I was going crazy trading MNQ while looking at... Oh, you got the contract switched around. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Yeah, maybe I'll have to sing that one sometime. Hey, good morning, LFRM. Took it slow. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Low Dots. I'm just... Good job, though. Good job on passing. Hey, Dark Bats. I remember you from yesterday. Good to have you back. Am I nervous? Hey, Goo 53. Neil, I'm well. Yes, thank you, Neil. Oh, Neil. Neil treats me like I started trading like 6 months ago. Thank you, Neil. Bless your heart. I know it comes from a good place. Hey, Judge. Hello. My cybersecurity company launches on Monday. Well, that's cool. That's exciting. I'm trading futures now after you yelled. I said, well, why? Why do you still do options? Well, why, Kelvin? Why do you presuppose that I'm using an EMA? What about the SMA? Why are you disrespecting the SMA like that? It's so dirty. It's disrespectful. No, I don't know. No, I appreciate that, but I'm not by any stretch one of the best traders. Am I goofy? Sure. Do I like to get a little crazy, a little awkward on the live stream, try to keep things entertaining? Sure. Am I decent at explaining things? Yeah, I think I'm blessed with the gift to explain things halfway decent, but am I like a best trader? Nah. Thank you, though. That's kind of you. All right, I might try a long here. All right, let me just clear all this out. I am going to try a long right here at that green line. See if it maybe wants to... This purple line here has been doing a good job. So let's see if it wants to maybe give me another bounce back upwards. Thank you, mister. Again, if this green line turns blue, I will be in. We do have like a resemblance of a rise, or I'm sorry, of an ascending triangle pattern. So if we just use a purple line here as the lower trend line, I mean, there it is right there. Ascending triangles, are bullish. Doesn't mean the price will go up, but now if this purple line gets obliterated here, then that whole thing that I just drew doesn't really matter anymore. And I'm going to try a buy here. See if it does want to bounce up off of the purple line. No, never mind now. All right. Let's see if we can get a VWAP bounce. Try a buy down here. And we have the 200 period. Has anyone ever told you look? No. I don't know. Maybe I've gotten the Heisenberg one. I am the one who knocks, or whatever that quote is. Yeah. Again, going to try a long down here. And let's wait for confirmation at this point. Just in case this actually wants to come all the way down here. So I'll look for some sort of form of confirmation. But we do have a double whammy right there. We have not only the VWAP, that dotted yellow line, we also have the 200 period simple moving average. So we'll see if it wants to drop down there. No. The exponential moving average and the simple moving average are two different things. I'd be lying if I remember the math off the top of my head, but no, they are two different equations. Like the simple moving average is just like a simple average. But I don't know. I can't remember the math on the exponential. Whatever that math is, though, it does cause it to act a little bit more quickly. Well, we do have a little bit more of a volume bar right there. Biggest volume bar we've had in since basically back here. Come on, at least just trade the range. I'm trying to trade the range. I'm terrible at defining the range, apparently. You may scale it on the motion. Oh, hey, BMR. Thanks for joining the private community. Good to have you. All right, here we go, maybe. I kind of want to just buy there, just because I'm getting sick of not having any trades. This is getting tiresome. But usually when that happens, it's like that'll be the time where it flushes down through here. Okay, let's see. I might lose my mind if this thing stops here and then starts to work its way all the way back up here. I might lose it. I know. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a good accountability partner. Trying to be patient. All right, here we go. Like I said, I want to see some form of confirmation. And as of now, did not care at all. Kind of. It's still well within, distance of, getting back above there. But again, in my estimation, this is the bottom of the channel. So we're getting close to my definition of the channel. So I'm very curious to see if it does get down there and then how it behaves. Okay, we have a new candle that's about to start right there in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, ready for a new candle. Okay, now if this candle wants to come down and come back up, go down first. Go down first. Okay, there we go. Yeah, come down. Suppose I could get long right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, come down some more though. There we go. That's good. All right, I'll buy at the green line if it wants to come back up. And trying to play the bot. Is this the bottom of the range? That's what I'm trying to, it's bounced from this area before. Will it happen again? If yes, I'll take advantage of it. If no, it'll either be a no trade or a losing trade. But step one, I want to see it come back up to the green line. Okay, getting close. The green line turns blue, I'm in. We are close. Close, close, close. And I am in. All right, I love the candle here. Let's see if it wants to deliver for me, though. Okay. We're at the bottom of the channel. We basically hit it right here. Now, will it bounce? Or is this just going to not be the bottom of the channel and then bleed down through? And if it is, well, then I guess I'm just a terrible channel trader. Again, this is my entry. Here are my first couple of targets. Beautiful candle here. Beautiful location of the candle. Doesn't guarantee anything, but I mean, let's see what happens. Go. Go. Hit me. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 No, don't say good job yet. I'm not out of the woods. This could still be a losing trade. Yes, I know. I could have had a scalpy scalp here several occasions, but I like this setup. I think it could, I mean, at least hit that first target. Come on, brother. You wanting to tap red then short? No, these are my profit targets. I have 5 contracts right now. I'm trying to take out profit here and there, just one each. Uh-oh, and that's not the greatest looking candle. No, I'm not in a singing mood. Not in a singing mood right now. Do I want to add if it comes back up? I don't know. Well, at least I timed it up to enough. I mean, it is. It's consolidating. It's going sideways here, which is not a coincidence because per the premise that this is a sideways channel, it would make sense that it goes sideways here. So at least it didn't come down there and just like crash right down through. It's like, wow, there was no, it didn't even behave like the bottom of the channel. So at least I have that going for me. But yes, it still has work to do. If I'm being totally transparent right now, I'm having hindsight regret. I should have just taken the scalpy scalp there, but that's of course hindsight. Goodness. Big time short now. All right. Well, with all due respect, I hope you live under a bridge after this trade, because that'd be good for me. If a big time short like you lives under a bridge, come on, make Abel live under a bridge. Let's go. Maybe that'll be the wartime chant. Send Abel under the bridge. Yeah, send him on the bridge. Let's go. Let's, oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe that was mean. Maybe that was mean. Bridge, I'll go act. Go. I got to be honest, folks. This one's starting to potentially break my spirit here. Come on. At least there we go. Send him under that bridge. Send him under the bridge. Okay, here's my stop there. Okay, this will be a green trade now. If I get stopped out, it'll be very, very small green trade, but at least I know this will now be a green trade. Let's put that risk behind us. Let's get another couple targets up there. Come on, send him under the bridge. I want to hear cling, cling, cling. I went against Clay Trader. Cling, cling, cling. Send him under the bridge. I want Abel to have that coffee cup. I chose poorly. Cling, cling, cling. Cling, cling, cling. There we go. Cling, cling, cling. It's all right, Abel. I'm sure there's some nice people under that bridge, brother. Yeah. Cling, cling, cling. Here, I'll send you some of this, Abel, so you don't have to use poison ivy, okay? All right, worst case now making about 20 points on these final two. You know, at this point, why not? Why not go for up here? See if we can get the top of the range. I mean, why not? There's my next target, top of the range. I want more clinging. Cling, cling, cling. Keep on going. Trail it. I am trailing it. Alex, my friend, dude, my stop is right here. I am trailing it. There we go. All right. Remind me to... Well, that's kind of the thing. It's like, I'm long, and he's like, I'm big short right now. In other words, I think you're very wrong, brother. Because not only am I short, I'm in a big short right now. Like, I mean, that's fine, but it's just like, come on, man. My break even was where you took profits. I got it as soon as I saw green. Gotcha. What is the best broker to use? Well, Mario, I am assuming you are talking about the context of futures. And I believe the best way to day trade and do futures is to do futures through a prop firm. So I use Take Profit Trader. In fact, that reminds me very quickly, just humor me real quick. So right here, if you want to help support the stream, since somebody asked what are my thoughts on the best prop firms, I recommend Take Profit Trader, but I do understand people have kind of their preferences and everything like that. And one new note here, several of you have brought up Alpha Futures, so I do now have a code with them. So if you're with Alpha Futures, code Clay, all caps, will give you whatever the current discounts are. So thank you for this quick little commercial break. I appreciate it. But if you enjoy the live stream, that is how you're going to ensure the live stream continues. This is completely viewer supported. There's no sponsorships. Maybe someday they'll get some sponsorships, but as of now, there are none. So code Clay isn't Take Profit Trader. No, okay. Lactical law or Lactica. I would argue you have the wrong mindset. You are shopping based on prices. I personally believe in shopping based on rules and payout policy. I mean, what happens if there's a prop firm and it's $1? But then you look at the rules and they're vastly complicated and all this sort of stuff. Like don't shop based on price. Shop based on pale policy and rules, and that is where my opinion take profit trader thrives, and doggone it. I guess I should have given it more wiggle room, but that's just funny to say in hindsight. Abel, I hope you stopped out, brother. If not, that account's probably cooked. All right, well, in the spirit of the range, let's start to fire up a potential short up here. So yeah, right up around here. Like I said, if we're going to stick with the premise that this is a range, well then, I got to start to get myself ready for a potential short up around that area. It's hitting HH. Is it too late to get... What is HH? I swear, you guys in all your little abbreviations, you sound so cool, but you were talking to a baboon. I don't know what HH. I think it's wanting to break trend. What trend? To me, there is no trend right now. This is like the epitome of sideways action. Now, I don't know. Since you didn't, maybe you mean like this trend? But when you say break trend, oh yeah, maybe that means higher high. Yeah, potentially. Oh, higher highs. Markets, I can't. You know, if you want to send me off the deep end, use market structure. It drives me nuts. I don't know why. Instead of saying a pattern, people got to use market structure. Just call it what they are. It's a pattern. Well, I'm noticing this market structure, blah, blah. I'm like, you mean a bull flag? They're like, yeah. I'm like, people's desire to sound so smart is insane. It's great, though, for marketing. That you can build an entire thing around, okay, if my thing allows people to sound smart, then I'm going to get a big following. Market structure. Just say it a pattern. Just call it a pattern. Yes, it's a pet peeve of mine. Why do people have to make this stuff so complicated? All right, sounds good, outdoorsman. Well, the 5 minute kind of has me want to get short right now. We have the pink line there, that 200 period. The problem with the 200 period now in the 5 minute is there's just so many fake breaks of it. So yeah, it's broken. I guess technically speaking, this has already been a fake break too. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe the top of my range has just been off this whole time. It's because they listen to gurus who try to trademark new terms for things that already exist. It took them gurus for it. Yeah, no, that's absolutely it. Hey, Clay, added 3 lucid to the stable. Hey, thank you so much, Reno. Much appreciated. Thank you for using code Clay and feeding hungry kids. Yes, as an FYI, code Clay, all caps, feeds hungry children. I have 6 children. They are hungry. It will be used to feed them. So yes, code Clay does indeed go to feed hungry children. Draw a trend line across the top. You draw a trend line across the top. I don't trust any of these trend lines right now. I'm still in full blown. So I see what you're seeing, and I hear you. But no, I don't really, because in my mind there's no trend right now. Clay, how do you make lines appear on both charts? I don't know. Where's the short, Clay? I don't know. Up around here somewhere. Here. I'll show you where the short is. Somewhere up around here. How's that for non-committal? Yeah, check the weekly setup, exactly. Clay, you might want to check that monthly chart before you take that 7-second scalp. I fought that short. Is it time to long? No, if anything, I'm thinking of a short. But I am also operating under the premise that this is a sideways channel. Elliott wave. I mean, there must be something to Elliott waves. They've been around a long time. I've never really got into them. But I suppose I could just throw the short right here. Whoops, no, I want. And then put my stop up there. What is that? Let's see if I can get a little bit smaller of a stop. Move my entry point. Yeah, about 9-point stop with slippage. We'll call it 10 or 11. All right, there we go. Short here at the red line, even though, well, the top of my channel is technically that. So I need to get closer to what I actually think is my top of the channel. Right there-ish. There we go. Okay, all right. Looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green. Let's see if this is once again the top of the channel. I mean, it's been up here. Boom, 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 boom. Will it come up here again and get rejected? That is the question on the table. That is what I'm looking for here. Yeah. But to be fair to Elliott waves, those things have been around a long time. I hate trading on Fridays. Why? Okay, here we go. Maybe. It's fighting the 25K level. It has to break at some point. Well, I'd be careful using the word has. Nothing has to happen. Careful. When I've had that pop up in my trading, I get stubborn and I do really dumb things. I started at 11 a.m. Eastern. Fridays used to be a curse. Okay, we have a lot of confirmation biases going on right now. Dean showed back up. He did. He showed back up already. Okay, Hobo, I literally just answered that. Can you give me a 1 if you're still here? Like to hear my answer. Again, looking to get short at the red line. Marquis is on line 1 for you. Yeah, we'll see if Marquis is going to... Okay, here we go. Maybe, kind of, sort of. That red line turns blue, I'm in. If this is no longer the top of the channel, I'll have a losing trade. See, that Hubo guy did it again. I don't know if that's even a real person. Short. Okay. All right, here we go. Maybe, kind of, sort of. If that red line turns blue, I'm in. This drops here. I might lose my mind. Just trade the range. It's easy. Yeah, well, once again, goodness. Oh, so close, yet oh, so far away. Yeah, the chat front ran me, yeah. Just market buy. Well, no, I'm trying to structure a risk reward here. Okay, Hobo. I start at 11 a.m. Eastern. Oh, man. What? Just... What time is it? Noon? I don't know. Is this thing setting up for like an epic late day movement? I guess we'll see. At this point, I'll still try a short, but I'm going to wait for a confirmation, meaning maybe the price pokes its head up, and then if it starts to come down, I'll try to grab it at that point. So let's see it get up around this area and see how it behaves. So I'm still bearish, but it's kind of like what I did down here. I waited to see it come up and hit me. I'll do the same general thing up here. Do you trade on your own? Yes, I trade. I have a private community that my attention is devoted to at that point. To those that are part of the paying community, I'm giving watch lists to and alerts and all that sort of stuff. All right, here we go. Maybe. I guess I could just put, what would that be? 03. That's 15. I want to see how this candle forms first. Yeah, volume dropped a little bit, but we are right. If you are short right now and you're saying, Clay, I don't know what you're waiting for, brother, I'm already short. I don't blame you one bit. I very well may regret this decision. Hindsight will be the judge, but like I said, I want to see how this candle forms. This candle has right there. That's the countdown timer for how much longer this candle has before it stops moving. So as of now, I'm glad I waited. LD Trad, why do you use the 1 minute? Would it be safe to say, LD Trad, that you would say, well, Clay, I use the 1 minute because it best helps me implement my strategy? Is that a fair answer? Is that how you would answer that? Again, I don't want to speak for you, but I'd imagine that might be how you would answer why you use the 1 minute. Yes. Okay, well, the same answer for me. I use the 2 minute because it best helps me implement my strategy. All right. Is this actually the start? I don't know if I actually believe this is the... Okay. Whoops. 21 up to... Okay, I'm going to try a short here. Stop will be up here. We'll see if this is just some sort of faulty breakout. Might be a real breakout, though, and if it is, then I'm going to have a losing trade. Okay, stop is up here. Entry's right there. Let's see if it wants to fall back inside of the channel. Like I said, if this is a real breakout, then this will be a losing trade. And I'm about to get stopped, and I'm stopped. All right. Maybe we have a genuine breakout here, folks. All right. Well, I'm done with any sort of short stuff for the time being. But now I want to be very careful where I don't keep thinking, okay, well, I don't really trust it, and then I keep taking a bunch of paper cuts. I don't want a bunch of paper cuts, so I'll just chill out here. Hey, KRTY and Blossom, hello. I hope Abel's okay. He has not been back since the I'm big short here. Abel, you here, brother? Blink twice if you can hear us. Uh-oh. Abel. Is he? Maybe he's looking for... Oh, no. No. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's easy for me to hindsight and be like, oh, I could have caught him. What? No, there's nothing I can work with here, really. Got stopped out, 70 points. I'm long now. Oh, Abel. Oh! Abel, cling. What are you doing, Abel? You are so on tilt. Got stopped out, 70 points. I'm long now, as it's just dumping. Abel. Man, dude. You got to be kidding me. See? Just trade nothing is easy in trading, because this is what also happens to range traders. I got short. I tried to trade the range. It took me out. And then it dumped. Abel, man. I think, Abel, I would say today is not your day. Abel's a nice guy, too. That's the thing. I don't like to see it to Abel. But, no, it's not a beautiful range, Neil. A beautiful range gets rejected right here. A beautiful range doesn't pop up and then drop. That's not beautiful. There's nothing beautiful about this right here for a range trader. This right here, I agree. This is some beautiful action. That's some beautiful action. That one didn't get quite up high enough, but at least pulled back. This, boop, and then down, not beautiful. Working for me. Neil, go get the butterscotch pill. Good grief. No, to be fair, you can't really complain that much, because there were multiple times where this trend, and again, think about it from risk reward. Like, if you let that work for you, nice win. This right here, small loss, assuming you're disciplined. So, I mean, yeah, that's annoying, but overall, you should still be plenty green. ES is beautiful. Is it? Oh, ES is coming down too. All right, well, what a drop down. The only thing that is for sure beautiful around these parts is my face. That's it. That's the one thing that we should all be able to agree upon. The spike makes sense, though. They pushed it to stop up. Okay, stop. That is such a confirmation bias. The spike makes sense, though. They push it. Well, what about all these other times where they didn't push it? Why didn't they get the stops here or here or here? Oh. Please be careful who you hang around with on the internet. Confirmation biases are running wild. All right, I'm looking for a long down around this area here, which is basically the bottom part of this channel. So it needs to drop down a little bit more. Yeah. Like I said, Abel's a nice guy. You hate to see it, but he is totally not in tune with the market. Which we've all been there. So that's why I say, Abel, I don't know if you're still listening. Maybe hang it up, buddy. Go enjoy your weekend. Neil is averaging himself into oblivion, apparently. Do you believe in liquidity hunting? Yes, right next to Santa and the Easter Bunny. Literally lost 100 points. Yeah, that's what we're saying, Abel. Maybe just call it a day. Call it a day. We all have the days where we're just not in tune with the market. And I think you're having one of those days. Went on tilt, but look. Oh, all right, Glock. Good to hear. You still got not the tilt part, but glad you still have the account. Why suddenly I'm feeling so much pressure upon making consistent payout? I don't know. Maybe do you only have one pro account? That might be a reason. Again, looking for a long down around this area as the pullback continues. Oh, Kyle. Oh my, I don't know what to do with Kyle. I really don't. His dad, they're so terrible. They're so bad. Went on tilt yesterday, but still got the account. Is it a test account or a pro account? And maybe we get a bounce right here off of VWAP. What a dirty rat move that thing was. Okay, well, I don't know the circumstances, but if it's going to take you 6 months to build back up the test account, it may be better to just get a little aggressive with it and just either get it back or just put it out of its misery. All right, I'm buying at the green line here. Bounce from here before. All right, have a good one, Cody. You can have an order to get long at the green line right there. Wow. That is so dirty. Oh, the range is over. The range is over. Let us rejoice. Let us get long. Yeah, take Profit Trader. You can have up to 5 accounts to copy. And yeah, copy trading just means, so let's say you make one trade for $100, but you copy it to 4 other accounts. Well, now you've made that one trade for $100 5 times. So instead of, only walking away with $100, it's actually $500. So yes, you can do that. You can copy trade up to 5 accounts with Take Profit Trader. Is going to dump hard. My friend, I think it's already dumped pretty hard. Once my account is close to getting blown, I just blow it up and start with the... Yeah, Travel, I can see that too. There's several ways to go around with it. Copy trades has a thing, and it can be risky, don't get me wrong. Because if you make bad decisions in that one trade, you're copying those bad decisions to the other. But it's also less risky. So it's more risky in one way, it's less risky in the other because you can spread out risk. Because again, if you have 5 accounts and in one account you trade 1 NQ, well now actually you're trading 5 NQs. But those 5 NQs, which is a pretty aggressive trade, is spread out across 5 accounts. Okay, maybe about to get long here. Green line is my attempted entry. Oh, you dirty rat. All right, I'm moving it down some now. All right. No, delete that out. Why can't I? Okay, let me just do it that way. I might try another long here now. I am. If it comes up here, I'm getting long at the green line. Long at the green line if it wants to come back up. Because your risk is spread out. If you have one account, if you have one contract per account, then you can risk a lot more points. But if you have 5 contracts in one account, it'll blow up a lot quicker. All right, never mind on that as it goes down there. Oh, cool. All right, Radomir, that's good stuff. I'm going to try along at the green line right there. Okay, everybody here is like, it's crashing, it's the end of the world, it's tanking. I think this is a sign that it's probably about to at least give a bounce. When everybody and their brother's uncle in the chat is screaming the end of the world here, maybe that's a signal to look for a long. We're all gonna die. It's game over. We're gonna be eating pig, or I guess we already do eat pigs. That's called pork. We're gonna be eating raccoons. And we are right at the bottom of this big old channel right here. So yeah, I mean, maybe it does dump through it. But some of you are like, we've already been dumping. Sure, we could dump some more, but I'm going to take a swing at it. Okay, I'm in. Ooh. Might try to add one more, but I got to be very careful. No, it's Friday. I'm not going to do anything that I really regret. Nope. Let's see if it wants to bounce up a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit more. All right, got to get out. All right, well. Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 red candles in a row. Pretty overextended. Still did not care about the bottom of the channel anymore. You look like you have 6 girls. What? What does that mean? Hey, Yoga, are you making money? All you keep saying, Yoga, is crashing. You better be making money from it. Doggone it. I'd be out now. I was not looking for a green one on that one. I was hoping I'd keep the loss a little bit smaller. And yes, I was thinking about adding some more, another 5 to bring it up to 10. But that's where I made the comment, okay, Clay. I could see adding another 5 working, and yes, it would have worked. However, at that moment in time, I'm thinking it's Friday, Clay. It's the end of the month. Do I really want to add more here and then have just continue? And I was like, you know what? No, it wasn't worth it. But yes, it would have worked just fine. But it's a risk psychological game. I was not willing to risk it not working out on a Friday on the last day of the month. So I just hopped out. But yes, had I added, it would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Okay. Gage Reads is trying to rage bait. I'm not going to fall for it. Good try. I was 400 away from passing this eval and I blew it. Ah, bummer. Well, you know, that's also, I did not wait for confirmation. I didn't think I necessarily needed to because it was, but had I waited for confirmation, that would have saved me. But I am just playing a shoulda, coulda, woulda game. Yeah, did you dirty? Yeah. At some point, you just got to cut those. But, wow. Now you're Clay, it was so easy. Okay. Here, okay, now this is where we have an opportunity here. Because now you can tell who the scammers are on social media. How can you tell if somebody's a scammer? Anybody out there that is now going to proclaim how they somehow knew that this was a channel and they knew that this was going to be the fake breakout of the channel and they knew this was going to be a fake breakdown of the channel. And then they'll have all this hindsight stuff where like, yeah, if you looked here, just run the other way. Just run the other way, okay? But yes, there's no doubt in my mind there will be some people on social media now that are going to show up, flex all their muscles in hindsight with all these fancy annotations saying, well, had you used this and this, you would have known this was a fake breakout. Had you known this, this, and this, you would have known this was a fake breakdown. Please, if you see those people, run the other way. Give them 3. It bounced on the top of the ORB. Yes, I know. And this is an ongoing joke here. Anywhere you look, like if you look hard enough, you can see exactly what this bounced off of. It might be it might be the Japanese midpoint. It might be the London session. Did I say Japanese? Asian session. It might, who knows? Maybe that was the London session 61.8% Fibonacci level, right? In hindsight, you're always going to be able to find something that a level bounced off of. So if you're like, all right, well, I'm going to add in that level. And then another time you'll have something that's like, okay, well, where did that bounce off of? Oh, that bounced off the 38 SMA. All right, let me add the 38 SMA. Before you know it, you're going to have 8 million lines on your chart and you'll never make a trade again. So yes, I'm sure that this bounced off of something. I'm sure that bounced off of something also. But as traders, you can't go hindsight, cherry pick everything, and then add that thing on because the logical endpoint of that is, again, a chart with a million different, markers and annotations. You need to use heat map. I think I'm just going to use what's been working for me, LD Trad. Again, here's another sign that you don't know what you're doing as a trader or you're a beginner, and I can tell you're a beginner because you don't understand how the trade works. If you have a losing trade, which I did, and they're like, okay, well, what did I do wrong? Okay, let me go. I guess I need more tools. I guess I got to go add in a new rule. I'm not changing anything because you know why? Sometimes things just don't work. There's no 100% strategy. So in other words, if you equate losing trade with I need a new tool, or I need to use a different tool, or I need to add in a rule. To be fair, and this is why trading's hard, maybe that's true. Maybe the reason you took a losing trade was because it just actually didn't make any sense. But there's also the possibility that it did make sense, it just didn't work because the markets offer no guarantees. So there is where because if your logic is losing trade, I need a new rule, well, you will eventually end up with a strategy that has 5,000 rules to it. Gage, I say that with all due respect, but I'm not quite sure you're somebody I want to interact with because you seem to be one of these people that thinks there's stop hunting and there's the they. So at that point, again, I don't know, maybe that was rage bait, but I don't know how serious to take you is what I'm saying. But no calls. I mean, this morning it was when it went. Yeah, when it was going. I mean, when things are going up, there's more buyers and sellers. That level it bounced from is already on your chart on the right side. Once again, I don't think some of you are understanding. Like, we all can go back and look at like a rejection. And if we look hard enough, we'll find something that it bounced off of, right? No LD Trad, because you're not going to listen anyways, dude. Alrighty, there's a move upwards. Jude, new face here. Jude, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy yourself. What's my zodiac sign? Greek god. The man. Well, that got a little spicy there to come straight back down. All right. Who is LD Trad? I think he's just a troll. All right, let me check LD Trad's profile. I think we're going to get a ban here. He's always been a little on the fence. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, here's what... Okay, that's what's going on. How did I know that? LD Trad. Wow. Okay, now come in. What time is it? 12:30. Was there something at 12:30? That might have been a news thing. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I... Was there something at 12:30? I'm going to check the calendar. Nope. No? All right, I don't know. I guess it was just the... Maybe Karkisha. You got to love it. Nothing. It's just the market wanting to go lower as it's going back up. So after this candle here, I'm not sure what to think. High volume, big old spinning top, doji, whatever you want to call the thing. Hey, we have 12 minutes to get 16 more likes. For those of you that are maybe new, I am, as a father of 6 kids, I am constantly in time management mode. If I'm going to spend my time, I want to do it wisely. So I want to make sure that I am spending my time doing something that people find interesting. How do I define interest within the live stream? That like button. And I've learned at this point in the live stream's history, if people are interested, we should at least be able to get 200 likes by the 1 hour mark or 2 hour mark. So if you are enjoying, now would be the time. Hit that like button in the spirit of helping me manage my time wisely. So, hey, 214. Perfect. Okay, blackout. Go somewhere else before you get put in time. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and put him in timeout right now. Dude is pure emotions right now. He was just telling us how I was $400 close to passing and then I blew it. And now he's just lost his mind. Watch, we'll be in a downtrend. Karkisha, then tell us how you're going to make money. What is your trade plan? Karkisha, we have a bit of a track record here. So, okay, watch, we'll be in a downtrend. Yeah, well, tell us right now how you're going to make money from it. Are you in short right now? Where are you short? Also, where's your stop loss at, Karkisha? Watch, we'll be in a downtrend. I don't want to watch. I want to see if you're making money. So how are you going to make money from this? Broad statement. Let me guess. You got short up here, right? You're short right here. I'm waiting on proper entry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what is your proper entry? Like what range of the chart would be a proper entry? Do you see how people love to finagle around just not giving a trade plan? Oh, nice. Way to turn them around. I understand your strategy. If we had the same strategies, I wouldn't need to ask you what your trade plan is. But you said it with such confidence. Watch, we'll be in a downtrend. Well, then why don't you just get short right now? If we're going to be in a downtrend, then why not get short? I mean, it's going to be in a downtrend. Makes no sense when people make those claims. Oh, so you're short? No, I'm waiting. Waiting for what? You just said we're going to be in a downtrend. We're going to boom upwards. So you're long? Well, no, not yet. But you just said we're going to boom upwards. Okay, Radamar is either just the troll who's been here before or just very socially awkward. So we're going to put them in a timeout. We'll give them 30 minutes. Exactly. A lot of people, believe it or not, a lot of people on the internet are all talk. Okay, hey, if you can okay, and this is what we'd like, Karkisha. I appreciate you interacting. When you do see something, we need an entry point as a number. We need a stop loss as a number, and we need a target as a number. Okay, we are at an interesting spot on the 5-minute. We are right at the 200 period moving average. Now, the 200 period doesn't exactly have the greatest track record. A lot of false breakouts through it, but as of right now, just rejected right off there. When are people going to understand? No one knows when it... Watch this. Enter 2490. Short until bottom of this channel, then long. Do that over it. Yeah, well, where's your stop at, Gauge Reads? Okay, you want to enter at 990. Fine. Cool. Where's your stop loss at? All I'm watching right now is you apparently have zero risk management in your strategy. That's what I'm watching. What are you doing tonight, Jim? Mr. Popularity? You didn't invite me over. Thanks a lot. Yeah, sometimes that can make sense, grinding. Oh, is that what you showed me? That pamphlet? Where'd Gauge Reads go? I think we might have another band coming. Long. Wow, look at that. Props to you. Look at that. 3 numbers. There we go. Does this candle trend have a name to it? I'm not sure what you mean by candle trend. Maybe like a candle pattern? Is that what you mean by candle? And no, I don't really see anything per se. That doesn't mean there's not something. I don't necessarily see anything. Last trade of the day, up 900 right now. Good job, Bubo. All right, let's see what this thing wants to do here. Short 985. Okay. Stop loss 010. All right, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. People actually giving trade plans. I love it, Bubo. Hey, Zach. Doing pretty good. Hopefully the same for yourself. Good job on DeVinter. Still green 500. Gotta love prop firms. Good job, the man. It's been a way better day for me than yesterday. Good. I want to learn stocks. No, don't. Well, what do you want to do with stocks, King? Are you wanting to be a day trader, swing trader, investor? What do you want to do? All right, maybe. Do I try another long down there? I'm going to think about it. Okay, I'm going to try a long at that green line. Again, looking to get long at the green line if it wants to come down some more. Okay, Gauge Reads is gone. Not even a timeout. Don't have any time for that. He said get in at 90. It never hit 90 when after he typed in his message. AK, he never even got filled. Yet he's now trying to act like. Then he didn't answer the stop loss question. So I think he's been here before. He's just trolling around. So onwards and upwards. All right, Tim. Good stuff. If it touches 24,900 again, I will go long. Okay, well, and Jordan, as part of that trade plan, where would your stop be? That's good. You know where an entry point would be. But what about your stop, brother? Where's your risk management at, brother? Trump is on it again? Wait, is Trump speaking right now? Can we get confirmation Trump is speaking? Top has made a claim that Trump is talking right now. We kept telling you Trump's speaking. Oh, did I miss people saying that Trump's speaking? No. Okay, now people are saying no. He was at 12:30. So he's not talking anymore? Uh-oh. Whoa, uh-oh. That was a delay there. Okay, that was instant. That was instant. That was instant. Okay, all right. Okay, going to go for a long at the green line here. He was posting. Just pass another eval. I'm doing the racehorse method like you. I know. I just quit control on my phone. Okay, now San, one thing to keep in mind. So you're gonna request money, and then it goes into your wallet. Keep the money in your wallet if you're gonna buy more accounts, because as soon as you send the money from the wallet to your bank account, that triggers a tax event. You'll have to pay. You'll get 1099 on that income. But if you just keep it in your wallet, then that's not a taxable event. You can use that money to buy more accounts. Therefore, you're getting 100% purchasing power. If you send it from your wallet into your bank account, and then you end up buying more accounts. Well, now you're having to pay taxes on something. So keep that in mind. That is a nice thing about Take Profit Traders. They do have that wallet feature. So you can, again, if you plan on buying more accounts, do not remove the money from your wallet. Just keep it there and use that money to buy more accounts. That way you get 100% purchasing power with it. It only becomes, again, and I'm only talking with Take Profit Trader, but it only becomes a taxable event when you take the money from your wallet, your Take Profit Trader wallet, and then put it to your bank account. But when you make money and you request the payout and they take the payout and put it in your wallet, just keep it there if you plan on buying more accounts. I love that, Joseph. Good job. I appreciate the courage. Stepping up with a trade plan. Even if you're wrong, nothing but my respect for having courage to do that. What's a deal with... No, never. That's the deal. Never do that. That is why one of the reasons why the racehorse model exists. to prevent the temptation from vastly overpaying. You are killing your ROI potential when you reset a pro account. No, there's no maximum you can have in your wallet, at least that I'm aware of. Sell now. Okay, and Nick, that's not a trade plan. Can you give us an actual trade plan? So you would give us an entry point where you're selling now. You would give us a stop loss and a target. Yeah, it's just 1099. Any money you make, which is one of the great things about prop firms, is it's tax reporting is super easy. Because any money you request from the prop firm into your bank account is just 1099 income. Yes, never reset your pro account. Holy smokes. For the price of one pro account reset, you could buy the equivalent of like 5 or 6 test accounts. This is why one of the reasons why the racehorse model exists. So you're taxed more than, I don't know, Slug. The tax stuff is so irrelevant compared to the fact of how small your risk is. Who cares if you're not, it just doesn't matter. Anyways. Again, if you can't see the value of like a Brian who spent $200 on a 150K account, he did blow some accounts. So I don't know, let's just say he blew 10 of those accounts. So he's got $2,000 invested. He then, on one of his accounts, went and got over $20,000 in payouts. If you cannot see how a $2,000 investment to generate over $20,000 is pretty cool, well, I'm not going to do that because it's taxed differently. Okay, fine. No, you're fine. You're fine, Slug. I appreciate people like you, but because I'm the same way. But people like you also drive me insane. In other words, I would drive myself insane. Because you're trying to think about every little nook and cranny, but sometimes that causes people to overthink something that's where it's just, the math is just there. So, you're like me, and people like me drive me crazy. Yeah, $6.95 to reset a TPG. Exactly. Just, you could go and buy 6 accounts for that. I'm trying to buy down here, trying to play like a little double bottom. So we'll see if it gets down there and hits me or not. Is there a target over the buffer you should? No. I mean, maybe. But Steve, for me, I am on team. If I'm owed $37, I'm taking the payout of $37. I don't build buffer. And the best I had it explained to me was from a trusted member who's been with me basically since the start of when I started claytrader.com back in 2013. He was like, listen, if I go on tilt and I have, let's just say, an extra $3,000 buffer, aka $3,000 of protection, $3,000 is not going to protect me against my bad days of tilt. Like when I'm on tilt, everything's burning down. So why would I risk that? There's no point in me having the $3,000. Let me just take the $3,000, and that way it's out of harm's way. Exactly, Karkisha. That is why the racehorse model exists. I'm assuming you do not know what the racehorse model is, which would make sense. I don't know if you've been around to hear it. Yes, it is a brilliant, brilliant business move on Take Profit Trader. Because they are taking advantage of the emotions of somebody just cooking an account, which is why, again, the racehorse model, you are being proactive against the emotions that you will face. Come on, you dirty rat. Just, I don't know. I'm starting to get, come on, it's Friday, Clay, lighten up. Clay, you always... Good grief. I'm not always green. If you go back... I don't even remember now. Was it yesterday? I think yesterday. Go back and watch yesterday's. I reveal something that shows I was not green yet. Well, it depends how you mean green. If you mean green, like dollars and cents, okay, yeah, I guess I was technically green yesterday. But like prop firm wise, I did cook 2 accounts yesterday. But that's also the cool thing about prop firms is even though I cooked 2 accounts just within the way prop firms work, I was actually still monetarily green. Not by a lot by any means, but still green. Yeah, thank you, Compound Wealth. Yes, exactly. Just exactly, Panther. It's basically prop firms are well. To be fair, you could if you want on a massive account tilt. In theory, I suppose you could roast like 30 accounts. But I would hope over the time of those 30 accounts, you'd at least, even if it was all just degenerate gambling, even if it is gambling, gambling suggests you can win along the way sometimes. I would hope within that whole context you would at least hit a banger. But you're right. Broadly speaking, yes, it is a good protection mechanism. Cheers, Dimitri Trades. I appreciate it. Okay, maybe I can get my double bottom still potentially. Okay, I'll throw my buy back out there. Or do I play a fake break of this double bottom and use? Ooh, let's do this. There we go. So looking to play a fake break of the double bottom here. So it breaks through here, but it's just a fake, and hopefully it stops faking right at my entry point and then goes up. So that'll be the plan right now. Fake break, double bottom bounce. Well, fake double bottom breakdown bounce. Something like that. Abel, why are you still trading? Dude, you are definitely on tilt. You should not be trading. And I say that just as one friend to another. You even admitted it yourself. In the span of 15 points, you lost 100 points on trades. I have a long entry at 900. Okay, so we're still, yeah. So I'm guessing, Lynn, you're probably playing the double bottom, right? Yeah, all right. Lynn, you're going for the double bottom. I'm thinking it'll fake break and then go. We'll see if that happens, but maybe we'll both be left in the dust, Lynn. And right now it's looking like you're skied. Okay, I'll try my best to remember that you're skied, but I make no promises. How do you show this line on your order position? Here, I think. Here, fills and orders, boom. Show order lines right there. That's how you do it. Ooh, I think this might be a short here on the bounce. All right. Okay, ideal world, this candle closes like right here, pops up a little bit, and then drops, and I can get short like right here with a tight stop. Okay, this candle closes in 7 up here, this timer. Okay, get ready. Oh, nope, not. I wanted this candle to close a little bit. I still might try to short. Oh, look at that VWAP. Already a little bit of a double top there. And if this thing keeps cruising, I'm going to try. If this is like a V shape, I'm about to get, no, I don't want to say cooked, but it'll be a losing trade. Are you just going to drop here? Let's do this instead. Okay, short at the red line. If it wants to come back down, I suppose I can get a little bit of a better entry. Okay, give that red line. All right, I'm in. If it suckered me in, well, then it suckered me in. Here's my first target. Next target. Next target, in case there's some sort of like spike down. I don't think there will be a spike down, but you never know. All right, let's see if this VWAP wants to keep smacking it down or not. fine. It's getting close. Close. Why am I need to get up here. There we go. I was going to say, my stop was basically right at the 21 EMA. That was not a why. Okay, now do I add if it comes back down? That would look... I think I have to. I have to. At this point, if this thing comes back down here, I am adding. Unless it stops me out up here. But yeah, at this point, I'm going to add at the red line. It is my obligation to do that if the price does come back down now. But, I don't know. We'll see. Throw out some more covers there. Bounced right off my entry. All right, not looking so good now. Now, preferably, if it's going to stop me out here. Do not fill me and then come up and stop me out. All right, well. So much for the VWAP. Well, I'll look at the bright side. At least that one did not fill me and then go back up. It seems you might have gotten spanked. I mean, I don't know. I guess that depends how you define spanked. I'm more so like, oh man, I got spanked today. I would consider that like blown accounts. But like many things in trading, terms have various definitions. So yeah, maybe per your definition, I got spanked there. I don't know how you define it. Shred line and 50. I'm joking, man. Just when I... yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's... Okay, yeah. I mean, what I said still stands. Maybe I got spanked according to some people's terminology, but now you reference that. Yeah, that's true. Please don't come back down. That's going to be very irritating. Yeah, I've got to be a little careful now. I'm still plenty green on the account. So this is the same account. These are just my NQ trades on the day. So this is NQ and this is MNQ. But this was solidly green. And then I've taken a couple losses that, yeah, I'm just starting to get kind of chopped up here a little bit. So still plenty green, but again, it's Friday. It's the last day of the month. I don't want to do anything where I do something really stupid. So I need to be careful now. I'm starting to lose the luxury thing. Sometimes, and I've had it. Up until that last trade, I've had the luxury, okay, let's let things work out. Maybe I can try to add, I've had that luxury. But right now, that luxury is dwindling quickly. Let's get over 500 viewers. Yeah, as of right now, I see 505, so that's cool. So yeah, on that note, if you are enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you could hit that like button, it helps. It makes a big difference. Wait, so every trade is a... Wait, so... Yeah, exactly, Ozark. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I am a flawed human being. Not every trade is a winner. It's crazy. The 5 minutes at an interesting spot, though. It is right at the VWAP, right at the 21 EMA. This is actually a very interesting trend line now at this point. Oh, boy. Ooh, boy. Is that some kind of short? Maybe. I kind of want to short right there, 45. I can get a 10-point stop. Yeah, mainly based on the 5 minute. I'm going to try a short here. Because that 5 minute looks like it might want... Okay, never mind now because my stop loss is At least I had a clean range up here, but now that range is distorted because this thing has gone up through there, so never mind on that. Why is the market tanking today? I mean, it's down 130 points, so I don't know if I'd necessarily classify that as tanking. Maybe do you mean just why is it red today? That's true, Webb. I am a perfect oil trader. Yeah. Oh, now you're going... All right, I'm short. Come on. Come on. Ah, crap. We got the 50 period on the 5 minute. There we go. All right, wait a second. All right. Careful, careful, careful out there if you're with Tradovate. It did work out in my favor there, but I hit buy bid, and it was about, I don't know, about a second, 1,000. Yeah, maybe about a second. Now, granted, it helped me out because the price continued to drop in my favor. But yeah, might want to be careful out there. Okay, open season on Signal Smill. Mods, open season. Banhammer. Banhammer on Signal Smill. We got ourselves... Who got him? JJ got him. Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda held on that one, but... I'm a little worried about Tradovate. Now let's go down here just in case. Yeah, okay, that was the delay too. I clicked it and it... Okay, that was instant. Now, let me check. It's not my internet, is it? No, my internet's okay. All right, there we... yeah, hey, you have a good one too, the man. All right, well, check out the 5 minute. What is going on? Come on, brother. There we go. Right off that trend line again that I drew on the 5 minute. So yeah, this trend line here on the 5 minute, very interesting. Yeah, JJ gets a bonus, yes. Extra Twinkies. I'm going to go ahead and move this line down here. This is a very fascinating area to me now. We'll see how the price behaves if it gets down there. How big is your ban list? Actually, not that big, I don't think. Especially if you consider like amount of like individual people. I'm sure I've banned the same person probably like five at least 5 times. So yeah, that's 5 bans, but it's still just the same person who keeps coming back under new names. So I use a desktop web. This is starting to get very, very kind of choppy in here though. So I need to be careful. I do not want to get surprise. I don't feel like getting chopped up. Probably shocking to hear that a trader does not feel like getting chopped up, but it's true. But yeah, that 5 minute trend line. Looking at interrupt. What's gold up to today? All right, gold actually was an interesting move right here for any of you gold traders. Just now, kind of had this bull flag pushing up through. So yeah, I could see it maybe making a run now up to that overnight high. Yeah. Volume is a bit sketchy though on the breakout. I will say that. The volume bar leaves a little bit of room for desirement. Desirement's not a word, I don't think. I'm in the red today. Just trying to break even before. All right, well, be careful, MM. Be careful. Because this is what has happened to me. Is you're trying to get red. I'm sorry, you're red, you're trying to get green. And just for math's sake, let's say you're down 1,000. And then you're down $75. And you lose sight of the fact that you've actually recovered $925. And all you get focused on is $75 more, $75 more. And then you go and you get too fancy because why? well, I can make it work. It's only $75 more. And then all of a sudden, you're back down to like 1,000. And then you lose your mind. And then it turns into I'm not saying that'll happen, but I've been there before. In the pursuit of trying to get back to green, you lose sight over how much progress you've made, and you get laser focused on, okay, I just need a little bit more. And then, all right, we are back at this level here. Do I think it can break down through? I'm going to try it. If it comes back down, I'm going to get short, trying to anticipate, see if we can get a breakdown through that level here. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Yep. Why you got to tell people like your bad habits? Almost like I'm a human being too. Almost like we're all human beings and we've all kind of done the same things. Sure, all our brains work a little differently, but at the end of the day, we are still our humans. We are still, we are still wired in certain ways too. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this out. Never mind. Glad I waited for confirmation. It did not just short right there because I'd be getting steamrolled right now. How did you know I've done that? It's crazy. It's almost like I've done that a couple dozen times. I wonder, just talking out loud, I'm not committing to it, but is this some sort of new range that we're now entering into? Again, I'm not saying I'm committing to it yet, but I'm starting to think about it. Is NASDAQ bullish? Well, what does your strategy say about it? We all had different definitions of bullish, so that would be a question for you and your strategy. Yes, we all have the emotions. How the emotions manifest themselves is, where the nuance comes into play. Can you please tell me what is moving average time frames? Moving average. This right here is the dotted yellow is the VWAP. This right here is a 50 SMA. Right there is a 200 SMA. And then green line right there is the 21 EMA. I've not made one trade yet. Really? How long have you been watching the market for today, Mike? Like since the open have you been watching, or did you just show up like 30 minutes ago? There are a lot of past. Exactly, Todd. Ugh, first losing. I feel no. Good job. What I'm like most is that your losing trade was $50. That sounds like some good risk management to me. Good job, Fed. All right, let's do this. I'm going to bring this line down. Since today we've been using kind of these lines to gauge the channels, is this kind of the top of the new channel here? All right, this line I think has served its purpose. Going to get rid of that. That was even delayed. Okay, Trade-O-Vate is laggy for me. I'm going to run a speed test real quick over here. Make sure it's not my internet being the... No, that's fine. All right, so yeah, maybe if you're with Trade-O-Vate, might want to be a little careful. Laggy here too. All right, Force Fed is confirming the lag. Made 2 losing trades, $200 each. Putting myself. All right, Mike, I appreciate that discipline. All 6 kids streaming right now. Nah, they in school. And by school, I mean down in our kitchen, since we homeschool, but... I'm interested in a potential short down here with the break, but I'm also freaking out. Look at that bleeding. Do you see that blue spinning circle? So I'm a little paranoid too with Trade-O-Vate right now, especially when somebody else said that it's a bit laggy. I've been on the chart since 2 a.m. That you better be exaggerating. Look at what's up? All right. I can see it go. I mean, I can see people getting long here. I can see that. I can also be like, I think it's going to break. Mine is working as expected for now. Abel, dude, why are you still trading? You're on tilt, man. Go enjoy the weekend. In fact, I know you're over in the UK. Isn't it like dinner time? Go have some dinner, man. Go eat some sheep's head or whatever you eat over there. Oh, wait, no, that's Scotland, isn't it? Who eats the sheep heads? No, that's Norway. And what is that meal called? Haggis something? Does it start with an H? Not fish and chips. But yeah, that's probably more of a British one. Haggis, thank you. No, not hot dogs. That's America right there. All right, well, I guess I'll thank... I don't know if I would have gotten short there, but there was a chance. I guess this is a situation where me being a little sketched out by the legginess potentially saved me from getting short there and then have this bounce right in my face. Oh, haggis is sheep's stomach. I could have sworn on my podcast I interviewed a guy once from, was it Norway? I can't remember. And something about a sheep's head. Oh, even that felt a little... No, that's delayed. I clicked. And okay, it is officially delayed. I'm going to have to sit back here. For me, Tradeovate is displaying some signs of being... guilty. I see you. I'm pointing at... Do you guys notice that? We're crazy. Or at least I'm crazy. I'm literally pointing at the software like it's... Anyways. My grandpa used to eat sheep head and stomach packed with rice and beef. I mean, I might try it. So yeah, there we go. This is some interesting areas right now, but as I just confirmed for myself right there, there is totally a lag right now. Completely a lag. Long or short, long or short. Boy, we are at the bottom of this. Decisions. Is anybody else with Tradeovate? Me and Force Fed, we definitely are having issues. Anybody else out there with... Does the box strategy work? Well, I don't know what the box strategy is, so I can't really comment on that. I do, no issues here. Not having issues. What state are you in, Force Fed? Huh. Well, I without doubt had issues. Any trolls today? Yeah, a couple. I went to their website and tried logging in and it was down. Really? Watching from Mexico. Yeah, I've never heard of the box strategy. Maybe I've heard of it and I've just referred to it as something else. No issues, but you keep buffering for me sporadically. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's... So this, I don't want to jinx it, but this week we've had very good success with the internet. But last week we were pushing right, about to get in the 500 viewer range, and then my internet dropped out. So I don't know. Maybe there are still some leftovers internet-wise. Okay, that was instant. Short 919. Stop. All right, Alex, I like it, man. I appreciate you having the courage to step out and give a trade plan ahead of time. Yeah, box strategy is the ORB. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. And I'm defining work as like consistently works. There it was breaking. Oh, that is dirty. That is dirty. All these little miniature fake breaks of it. I'm about to get long here. Does that mean it's about to dump? I'm not on the browser. I'm using the desktop download. All right, glad I didn't get long yet. Let me see. If this is 17 and that's... So that's still like a... Or do we just... Okay, let's go back to the original plan, the fake double bottom. There we go. I'm buying at the green line right there. So this would be technically the double bottom point, but I'm looking for a breakdown of this, but it's a fake. And I think it'll fake for this amount of time and then come back up. Now, if it's not a fake and if it's a genuine breakdown, well, then this will be a losing trade. Yeah, I like the desktop version better. Funny how I can make a long play, but others make sure it shows no one. Yeah, exactly, Joseph. And the crazy thing is, there will be times where somebody's going short, somebody's going long, somebody's bearish, somebody's bullish, and on the exact same trade, both people still make money. Or both people still lose money. I mean, the market's going to be crazy. Your order is my target price on the short. Well, there we go. Sounds like we're in the same page. What would cause a fake double bottom? Oh, it's just supply and demand. If something is breaking down, it's just showing that there's more sellers than buyers. But then all of a sudden, if more buyers show up, guess what's going to happen? First thing that's going to happen is the price is going to stop going down. And then if even more buyers show up, now the price is not only not going down anymore, it's going to start to go up. It's just all supply and demand. Now, I realize that like if you're trying to sound really smart, you can, add a bunch of baggage on all that. But at the end of the day, the market is just made up of buyers and sellers. That's it. From hedge funds to algorithms to grandmas to you and I to market. I mean, it's just a bunch of people coming together trying to make decisions. And if you make bad decisions, you'll get punished for them. Okay, now I'm looking to get long down. Oh my goodness, this is... I feel a speaking... We'll see, John. Yeah, I know. If I am speaking in another language, hopefully it's because it fills me and then snaps back up. I don't know. Is this a short here now? Whoops, I didn't mean to necessarily cancel it out. Let's see. There we go. All right, get my long order back there. I was thinking about a short here, but I think I kind of missed it. But hey, Lynn, are you still here? Are you still going for the double bottom there, Lynn? I don't know if he's... Lynn has been a student of the mentorship program for, goodness, at least probably 10 years. Do I trade live? Man, I understand math, so I trade prop firms. I know how ROI calculations work, so I do prop firms. Mathematically makes 0 sense to risk your own money. All right, trying to be patient, trying to see if it wants to come down, hit me at the green line. So I'll just map out what I'm also looking for. So I'm looking for a fake break of this. So this would be the double bottom. Okay, there's the double bottom. There's the break. Keep breaking though. Fake some more, fake some more, fake some more. And then if it hits here, I want it to stop faking and go back up. No! Fake some more. No, that's what I wanted. The scalpy scalp. Maybe I should give it one more try. Nope, can't do it now. Because now if I get filled, that means that this bounce here has failed. Doggone it. Well, I tried. Where it wanted to stop faking is what I got wrong. Could I do this? 900. Do you ever want to be a day trader, Snowman? I don't know. I don't know. Why didn't I short? I must not have seen stuff that I felt comfortable with. To be fair, I may not have been paying attention. Just because I'm looking at the screen does not mean that I'm always comprehending what I'm seeing. I've learned that about the live stream. Because sometimes I'm watching, but I'm actually thinking about what somebody said, how I want to respond. And I am not, like, it can be kind of hard on my brain at times. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was distracted. It's a very weird, I've had it before where I've had some impassioned discussions and I'm watching the entire time, but I'm actually thinking about it. And then like 5 minutes later, I look at the chart and I'm like, man, I can't believe all that happened. Even though I was watching it, I just was not comprehending. You want to be a day trader? Well, Snowman gets day trade futures in a prop firm, man. Come on, Snowman. I mean, I could think about bigger problems, like not having a pro account, not making any money at all. So yeah, sorry, dividends. You're not going to find much pity from me, brother. Well, it did fake break double bottom here. And that's exactly why I was no longer interested in buying, right? Because at that point, this would have been a failed bounce. So assuming you're a scalper, yeah, that worked out nice, the fake breakdown. Even the double bottom worked out, assuming you're a scalper, and you would have been happy with about, 8 points. Yeah, Moonwalker, where are you at? What country? Okay, I'm getting short there. Looking for a back test, and I'll put my stop up there. Spain? Yes. You can use Take Profit Trader in Spain. They're not on the banned traders list. So yeah, if you go to the link at the top of the screen, that is the prop firm I'm using, and they are open to people in Spain. All right, maybe a short here. I'm gonna come up a little bit more. Now, if this V shapes straight back up, this will be a losing trade. Okay, I'm in. Okay, out for a little scalpy scalp. Scalpy scalp. Scalpy scalp. Okay, get back to business, boy. Who's he calling boy? Me. So that means he's talking to himself? Yup. Don't act like you don't talk to yourself as traders. Don't even act like you don't talk to yourself as... If there's anybody in this world that talks to themselves, it's traders. And doggone it, I guess that was a really bad scalpy scalp. Good job, Steve. Yeah, let me check real quick. You do not want to see your country on this list. I repeat, you do not want to see your country on this list. S's. Yeah, no Spain. At least that I'm seeing. No Spain. So yes, it is open to you. You could trade this exact same stuff that I'm doing. And if you want to support the stream, get the deal, save money, code Clay, all caps. I'm in. Oh, okay, there we go. So we have a Spaniard. Is that what you guys are called? Are you a Spaniard? Maybe, kind of, sort of, another short. Hey, do we have 18 people out here that are enjoying enough to hit the like button? That'd put us right at 300 and actually give us a chance at 400 likes, which is always kind of a hard goal to hit for the live stream at this point in the live stream's career. But hopefully someday 400 likes will be no big deal. But we might have a chance if we can at least get up to 300. So if you are enjoying in any way, shape, or form and you want to help us to maybe hit some milestones here, please hit that like button. It does help. That was the name of Russell. Yeah, but what are people from Spain called? I'm being dead serious. I would call you're a Spaniard or no? What are people from Spain called? Like if you're from the United States of America, you're American. Oh, Spanish? Is that true? I don't think that's true. I think it's Spaniards. See? Moonwalker. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Spanish is talk. Thank you. Bunch of dents. Hey, over 300. Fantastic. Thank you. Right. These people said they're in Spain. That was my question. Not do you speak... I realize a lot of people speak Spanish. I think I'm going to try another short up there at the yellow line. Just try this once more. If it comes up. Where would some next potential bounce points be, actually? Let's see. Here? Ooh. 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 Doxo. All right. That looks good. Okay. Gonna go for 5 down there. See if we can get a bounce. Am I allowed to have a losing day in a test account? Yeah. Yeah. You just can't. Danny. Whoa. Come on now. Yeah, you should. You've been asking about. You've been in prop firms a long time now. Yeah, you just don't violate your drawdown. Clay, okay, Clay, I'm official. Bought 2 TBT today. Hey, thank you, Emro, because you made the comment yesterday about. Oh wait, using code Clay helps support the stream. I'm definitely gonna do it then. So thank you, Emro. You actually followed through with what you said. That's always kind of a rarity. This is a bearish day. Go short. Okay, Kelly, you tell us where to go short and where to put our stops. Where should I go short at? And then where should I also put my stop? Kelly Gooden, 940. What about consistency? There is no consistency rule in Take Profit Trader, in the pro account. So, meaning in the test account, you just can't make 50% of whatever your target is. So if your target's 3,000, you just are not allowed to make over 1,500 in a single day. Only during the test phase. And then in the pro phase, there are no consistency rules at all. Hello, Kelly? Clay, is this bullish? I don't know, man. I'm waiting for you to tell me. Is it bullish? I've been waiting for you this whole time. I don't know, man. I'm just a baboon. I mean, I'm a good-looking baboon, but I'm still a baboon. Do it. Say it. Say it. All right. Okay, here we go. Maybe another short. I'm disagreeing now. As I glanced over at the 5-minute, that's kind of a nice hammer, Foreman. I'm not looking to get short at the top of this very nice hammer. Has Kelly given us a trade plan yet? Short 24,961. Oh, stop. 961. Good grief. What is your position size? If you're risking, I mean, what are you doing? Like 1 or 2 MNQs? There's nothing wrong with that per se, but you're like a sway trader then. If you're gonna have a 60-point stop, goodness. All right, well, Kelly is underwater right now. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being a sway trader. I'm just saying, if you're gonna get short here and then throw your stop way up there, I mean, you might be in the trade for the next couple hours. Well, to be fair, she's underwater for now. The price could always come back. But, yeah. That is a big stop though. I mean, what I don't know what she said short now, so I don't know when that message came out. But even if it was, let's just say right here at 900, we're talking a 60-point stop. In futures, that's a pretty big stop. Do you trade gold? Sometimes. MNQ, NQ are the main things I trade though. I'm in buys 20 micros at. Okay, Chris, I'm a little worried. You gave us an entry and you gave us a target. How come you didn't give us a stop? Do you not have a stop loss? Pink line is a 200 SMA. Dotted yellow is the VWAP. Purple up here is the 50 SMA. What stop loss? Yeah, don't worry about it, Chris. Nothing. A stop loss is just for losers. We're traced back to 26,000. Huh? 26,000? Dude, that's like really far away right now, brother. Never use stop loss and hold you back. Anyway, on our website, it states that your group mostly trades option stocks. Ozark, that's a very good question, and that needs to be updated. Yeah, futures has taken over big time. Yeah, that's thank you for. I'll have to go back and. I don't even know. Yeah, very good question, and no, it is probably 90% futures now. Because futures let me put it this way: the invention of micro futures, game changing for the space of day trading, and then the whole idea of prop firms, even more game changing. So in the category of day trading, mathematically, it just makes sense to day trade futures through a prop firm. Vonda Wing, can you type ABC? Are you a bot? 20 micros, would it be cheaper on fees to do 2 minis? Now take Profit Trader, it wouldn't. It's all proportional. Maybe other prop firms, but take Profit Trader, they're both one and the same. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, Ozark, is for somebody like myself too that has a lot of experience with options and stocks, futures are so much better. And people have been telling that for a long time. I've always heard if you survive long enough as the day trader, you'll eventually end up in futures because futures are just the best. But yes, when you're a beginner and you get started, like, who hears of futures? Not really a lot of people. But yeah, futures, they really are the best. And then you factor in the whole prop firm space and how those allow you to insulate risk, reduce consequences. As far as I'm concerned, the math just suggests and says it's a no-brainer. Okay, well, I don't know what you're doing exactly, Aero Factor, but I'm in a prop firm. And the prop firm, the fees for the minis and the micros they equate out to the same thing. All my Forex friends are now futures only. Oh, yeah. Forex is like paint drying compared to futures. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, Vonda Wing, if you were just like a bot running around saying stuff. But yeah, thank you. Move from Forex to futures myself. Yep, there we go. Would you say people just learning should go? Yes. Well, again, it's futures through a prop firm. If you are just learning and they're like, well, I'm just going to learn and go fund a futures account with my own money. No. Futures are no joke. So I would say if you're just learning, futures through a prop firm makes a whole lot of sense. How do you think day trading evolve when AI becomes smarter? It's irrelevant. That's what's the nice thing about That's the nice thing about charts. Charts just tell you what the price is doing. Therefore, if AI is doing stuff with the price, well, guess what? It tells us what AI is doing with the price. Well, the price, and charts just happen to monitor the price. I shouldn't. Yeah, I've had no. That sounds no thanks. Yeah, perfectly said, Ozark. Perfectly said. Fully agree with that statement. Ever trade Bitcoin futures? No. I try to stay where the volume's at. So we're getting, I mean, we do. What we have here is, there's no doubt about it, we have a bull pennant, bull flag, whatever you want to call it. The question is it actually legit? Because it is now occurring in this downtrend. So is this actually going to be a bull flag that fails? To be fair, maybe it's a legitimate bull flag. Maybe it gets pushed up through. But I could also see it potentially failing. Cheers, Vonde. Do I try a short here? I could put a stop right there. And that's a tight stop. Oh, did I miss my chance? Okay, there we go. I'm short. Like I said, I'm going against the bull flag. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the bull is going to be like, you should not have gone against that bull flag. But let's see. Come on. All right, I'll take it. I'm scared. I'm scared. It is a bull flag, but good grief. Good grief. I am just a humble man. I am a dented baboon. The bull flag. I psyched myself up. Why did I have to draw it in there? Why did I have to draw in the bull flag? Don't be scared. Yeah, well, it's too late. Hey, Joe Pa. I am just a mere mortal. Kelly Gooden, you're starting to present yourself as if you know what the price is going to do. So just tap the brakes. Tap the brakes. Is this going to reverse and go bullish? I'm waiting for you to tell me. Golfer lifestyle. I'm waiting for you to tell me, brother. Is it? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a baboon. Like, I don't think if you realize this, but like when you go to the zoo and you have the glass and then you're looking at the animals on the other side, that is what this is. You're watching a live stream. Your screen is that glass. On the other side of the glass, which is me, you are looking at a baboon. Okay? I'm a dented baboon. I don't know if we're going to go bullish. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. I am just a mere dented baboon. I do not use heat map or footprint. Yeah, there is a lot of sheer honesty. The most honest thing that ever takes place is when, I just call myself a Greek god. There's nothing more honest I could say. I know the market is going baboon in the next 5 minutes. Okay. Low K sell. Huh? Like you said earlier, let's look at a monthly chart and take... yeah. It's just... Again, there's nothing wrong. And I'm open to the idea that maybe there is somebody in the world that considers the monthly chart, even though they're going to plan on making like a 10-second trade. Maybe that exists. I'd love to talk to that person and just be like, okay, like, tell me more. Like, how does that all work? Everybody makes money from baboons. Everybody does. Okay, okay. Maybe some more shorts going to take place here. Oh, okay. I could do this. I could get short at the VWAP and then stop over this line. What would that be? So 45 up to there. Oh, 10 point? Yeah. There we go. I'll take a 10-point risk. Actually, that's about 11. So let me do a little bit of a fake break up through VWAP. There we go. About an 8-point-ish. So there we go. Looking for this thing to get a little bit overextended. Although on the 5, uh-oh. Is this the short? Could be. Might be. Look at this. Last time it was at the 21 EMA. Fake break, rejection. Doggone it. Well, I lost track of that, folks. That's on me. That's on me right there. You longtime viewers, you know I love me the 21 EMA. I lost track of it. I'm not going to take a trade just because I haven't taken one yet. I want to enjoy the weekend here. Hey, no shame there, Big Mike. Uh-oh. Kelly is dropping deeper and deeper underwater. I'm looking forward to tonight. Movie night. Domino's Pizza. Let's go. You seem very humble and legit. Well, like the adult in the room. Now, careful, Ozark. Careful that statement. Maybe awkward adult at times, but I appreciate it. I try to, whatever. Like, as my claim has always been, I am not here. I'm not here to say that I'm a good trader. My main goal, the whole point of this, is to prove to you nothing about my trading ability. The whole point of this live stream is to make people aware of Pam's plan, aka day trading futures through a prop firm. That is the ultimate goal of the live stream. And what makes that nice is you're like, well, you're a terrible trader. I can say, fine, I concede I'm a terrible trader. But your current position is that a terrible trader is presenting a good idea. All right, as it drops back down. What is this good idea? Just very quickly, this right here. This is the point of the Pam's plan. What is Pam's plan? In the category of day trading, I argue, this is undefeated argument, but if you day trade futures for these reasons and day trade them through a prop firm for these reasons, it is the most efficient way to go about day trading. So that is the ultimate goal here. So if you want to say I'm a terrible trader, fine. Then all you would say is a terrible trader is presenting a good idea. Now, if you can prove how Pam's plan is not a good idea, well, then now we're cooking. But nobody has been able to do so. Some people have tried, and then it just eventually wheels into them pretty much name calling. But anyways, that is the point. How I got on that topic, I don't know, to be honest. But yes, that is Pam's plan. That's what it's all about. And if, yes, it's pretty cool to have people come by and say, hey, thank you. Thank you for making me aware of Pam's plan. Didn't know about it. And what's cool, but no, I'm not a saint either. I'm not a little angel. I'm not here, because I'm just trying to help people out. No, the cool thing is if I can help people out, like genuinely help people out with a good idea, and they use code Clay, now I'm making a little bit of money to help people with a good idea. To me, that's a good gig. Making a little bit of money to help people with a good idea, a genuine good idea. Yeah, AJ, the tax, the prop firm will send you the 1099. Pretty early on. I mean, I'm an engineer by degree, so I'm kind of a numbers guy. So it just, just basic statistics. If you're basing things on a sample size of 3, it's like, okay, that's not really very accurate. So I've kind of always had that just through the statistics class I had to take in school. I've kind of just always understood, like, it's very, like, you should not make a decision on a 1-time event or a 2-time event or a 3-time event, right? Because those are very small sample sizes. All right. Well, ooh. Oh my goodness. All right. This 5 minute here, I'd be a little nervous if I was along right now. Doesn't mean it can't come down, but yikes. All right, I'm going to go. Wait. I only have one up here. Oh, that would have been devastating. I didn't realize that was at one. Had that trade happen, then it came down and I only had one, that would have been irritating. I don't know. I don't feel like answering those. I answer those questions like 8 million times. I don't. No offense, Tyler, but for my own mental health, I'm not. I don't feel like retelling those stories. Maybe next week sometime. Again, Tyler, no offense intended, but there are some questions, some things where I just gotta kind of just not talk about it for a while to avoid for my mental health. No, you don't have to apologize. I passed 25K yesterday, activated the account this morning. I ended up taking a few small trades and got myself back. Nice job. Very good. Congrats. Now, Artsy, are you working on passing other accounts right now? Or is this literally the only account you have? Yes, it is, Dimitri. I think I'm getting better at it. Will NQ go back up next week? I don't know. I'm waiting for you to tell me. Will it go back up next week? Sure. Yeah, I would assume that next week NQ will go up by at least a tick. I'd have a good one, Tyler. Do you have a preferred? I don't do copy trading Ozark, but Tradeovate, the platform I use, they do have a built-in trade copier. David, weren't you here earlier? Or is that a new name? I could have sworn you were here earlier. God, okay, so I'm not crazy. It's like I could have sworn I saw that name. All right, oh, okay. Yeah, I am. Don't judge me. Don't even think about judging me. I'm going to try it right here because I can get a very tight stop. Short. Stop. Yeah, 6 points with slippage. Let's call it 8. There we go. Looking for a short at the red. In fact, I bet I can come up a little bit more. Boom. Okay, about a 5-point stop. Hey, David, thank you. Very kind of you. Oh, they're going to like that. Funny enough, we're going to do root beer floats tonight. Domino's pizza with some root beer floats. What kind of engineer? Welding. So the fun fact with that is, I don't know if it's still true, but when I was in school, there was 2 schools in the entire country that offered welding engineering. Ferris State in Michigan and Ohio State. I went to Ohio State. They're like, because I did a survey class and they're like, okay, nobody's ever heard of this one, but you'll have multiple job offers because it's such a niche. You'll have about 30, 40 people in your class compared to mechanical engineers that have 150 people. And they were right. I had a job offer in hand before I even started my senior year. It was crazy. Now I say this because I have no idea, but talk about incentive killers. So at age 22, whatever, I have a job offer. I think it was like $52,000 a year back in 2006. So in my mind, I'm like, dude, I have a job offer to make $52,000 a year. What do I need to stay in school for? Senior year was very hard. It was so decentivizing to have a job offer in hand before I even started my senior year. So anyways, long story short, they delivered. There's multiple job offers for everybody I graduated with. Some people went off to work for Caterpillar, John Deere. A lot of people went down to Texas, worked like pipelines. Some people went up to Minnesota. Who's the Medtronic, like pacemakers? Because when I say welding, I know you're thinking of just like dropping down your mask, but there are many ways you can weld. So like some of the welding I did was with laser, stuff like that, because you have little small parts. But yeah. What an economy. Everyone was getting jobs. Well, no, actually I did welding engineering because whatever was happening in like 2006-ish, something was going on with the economy, whereas like people were not getting jobs. And I'm like, I want to make sure I can get a job. So let me make sure that I get, or what? No, it would have been like 2002 when I was first getting into school. Yeah, moral of the story, pick a good career path and you'll probably get a job. Although I am not jealous at all of people right now with AI, like what jobs are actually good. I am not envious of anybody in like the college years right now. I do not have any dominoes for a long-term stock. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. Doggone it. All you need to do is bounce up a little bit more. All right, let's see what we can cook up here on the downside maybe. So my personal thesis right now is this. If it makes you sweat, it's a safe job. That is my thesis right now with AI. If I were young, and I was actually just telling some youth this, I was like, you know what, for the time being, maybe give AI a couple more years to shake out. But the jobs that I think are pretty safe for the foreseeable future is this. If it makes you sweat, you're safe. And not sweat because like it's so, you know what I mean. In other words, do something like trade school. I would say trade school. You are a youngster. Some days I feel like it. I've been an auto mechanic for 40 years. Yes, I struggled to see AI replacing auto mechanics anytime soon. Trading makes me sweat. Well, trading is the one thing that, you know, an Austin Powers laser, something like that, yeah. Okay, should we ban this lifestyle? Okay, Gother lifestyle. Can you type ABC? Like, I'm starting to think you're just... Let me check the profile. Is this guy real? Let's see. Did he just sign it to or start it today? No, 2013. I don't know. Maybe English is not... Gothier lifestyle? What's a goth? What does that mean? What's Gothier? Okay, Gothier is not like a word. I don't even know what you're... This thing... Okay, here we go. Maybe I get another chance at it. Let's see. All right, looking for a short at the red line. Stop is at the green line. I'm real. I'm not an AI. Okay, I don't know. You keep asking about... I think you seem to be a bag holder. You're holding and hoping something right now, and that's why you're like, well, next week, is this thing going to go back up? Don't be a bag holder. That's my actual thoughts to you. Hold and hope does not work. Okay, let me phrase. Yes, hold and hoping can work. Will it ever work consistently? No, I'm holding in the red. I know you are, brother. I've been doing this a long time. I can recognize a bag holder. I can sniff a bag holder from a mile away. Yeah, you don't be a bag holder. You gotta learn risk management, brother. Things do not always go back up. Clay, not sure if this message will reach, but I have been trading for 2 years. What would you be your advice on being in the brink? Well, what have you been trading? Abigail? Ooh, my wife's name is Abigail. I like how you spell your name too. Abigail. That's cool. Oh, you have been trading NQ. Well, I don't know. What would be your advice on being the brink of quitting? It's hard to know. It's hard to know how good of how much of an effort you've made. And I don't mean effort in terms of you trying, but you can try with the most sincerity. You can try with the best intentions, and you can be trying something that is just not valid. And in that situation, I'd say, well, definitely don't give up because you have been doing something that doesn't make any sense. Now, if you have been trying something that is valid for 2 years and you're putting your family in financial hardship, then yeah, I'm not going to say to quit, but yeah, maybe take a couple years off. But it's impossible to know because I don't know what you've been doing. And there is a lot of garbage out there, right? It's basically people say, well, practice makes perfect. That is garbage. Perfect practice makes perfect. If you go practice the game of baseball with the tennis racket, are you practicing? Yes. Is that good practice? No. So I don't know. It's hard to know any without knowing more of the details. Never quit. No, people, you should definitely quit lighting yourself on fire. If you're doing a strategy that lights yourself on fire, you should definitely quit. You should also definitely quit if you're in a losing trade. Like never quit is like the most American thing ever. But that's where it's like that's such a good attitude in life. Never quit, never give up. That's such a good attitude in 98% of life. But trading, that's one of the 2% of areas where no, be a good quitter, give up. I realize there's a difference than we're talking about, but like again, never quit, man. Those broad absolute statements, they can get risky. Exactly, Ozark. Yep. I hope you're here a lot more often, Ozark. I like Ozark. He's got a good head on his shoulders. It's all fall apart. It's all fall apart. That was a lecture and a half. Yeah. It was a good topic of conversation though. Do you do, I do NQ and MNQ mainly with some gold. ES, MES, I don't know. I've just never really jived with it. Went up at least 100 on a crazy day like today. I switched to my paper account. Yeah, Scott, got to do what you got to do. Thank you, JJ. Glad I can play a small little role. Let's go, Clay. Shorts, short. Hey, Yoga, you're on the brink now of getting banned. You've kind of been doing this all day. You just keep saying stuff, but you've never given a trade plan. If you have given a trade plan, I apologize, though. Can you give us... Okay, Yoga, you give us a trade plan right now or you're banned. It will go down after 2 p.m. Give us a trade plan right now or it's open season, ban hammer on you. You've been flapping your lips too much. Today is Friday. What does that have to do with anything? Give us a trade plan or you're gone. It will go down after 2 p.m. Okay, well then give us a trade plan. How are you going to make money from it? Isn't that amazing? People say that. Then you're like, well, give me some numbers. And you're like, it is Friday. What? It's like Brink from Weatherman. I love lamp. Uncertainty with... Okay, Yoga, last time or you are gone. You said it will go down after 2 p.m. Fine, that is your claim. Tell us now how you're going to make money from this claim. You do that by giving us 3 numbers, an entry, a stop, and a target. So time to back up your lips that are flapping. Can you do that or no? Hurry up, you got 1 minute before it's 2. Shorts. Okay, you're gone. We'll give them a timeout. Okay, shorts now. Fine. Short right here. Where's your stop at? What's the next part? You said shorts here. Okay. Where's your stop at? No, this is not oil. Come on, where's your stop at? Hurry up, Yoga. No stop. Okay. Okay. You said at 2 o'clock it will go down. I'm looking at a green candle right now. You just lied to us, Yoga. Oh, the Darcy effect. What leverage do you use? It's not really like leverage isn't really a thing because I'm in a prop firm. So, I mean, if you want to run the numbers on what this leverage would technically be, but like, for example, on a 50K account for $102, so it costs you $102, you get 50K in purchasing power. What does that give you? That gives you the ability to buy up to 6 NQs, for example, or 60 MNQs. So like I said, if you want to do the math on what the technical leverage would be, I don't care. That's what I like about prop firms. They make the math easy. You don't have to worry about maintenance margin, blah, blah, blah. It's just very straightforward. For 102, you can buy up to 6 NQs or 60 MNQs. Okay, still have my order up there to get short at the red line. Yoga just flat out lied to us. Unbelievable. It will go down at 2 o'clock and up it goes. Unbelievable. I always think 50K is a good amount. Again, I have an order to go. It's kind of, nah, it's fine. Now stop, Yoga, stop. In fact, all right, Yoga's going into timeout. It will go down at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I kid you, you can't make this stuff up. Green candle. Oh. Okay, here we go. About to get filled. Look, are you serious? Well, that's what I wanted right there. Look. Come on, Marky. I sent you a Christmas card. Come on, Marky. Hey, Grill and Trend. Listen, people, I just want you all to succeed in life. I really do. It's such a bad look in life when you show up in an environment that is not guaranteed and then you try to tell everybody that you know that something will happen. Because when this happens, aka the exact opposite, you're going to look like such a clown. Now Yoga is never going to be able to live this down. Do you think it's a bull flag on the 30-minute? I think so. I don't know. I don't really use the 30-minute. Glad we mended our differences. Yep. Cheers. Darcy Yoga. Yeah, that's okay. Here we go. I'm going to do a short here, though. If it hits, okay, I was going to say if it hits the VWAP and then comes down, but it never quite, that's close enough. That's close enough. Come on, come up and hit it. Okay, good. Hit. Now, if it goes up too much, I'm going to have to cancel it, but I can keep my stop right here. Very basic premise. Is it going to get rejected off of VWAP here? All right. Never mind as my stop loss profile is starting to change. How many racehorses you got now that you blew an account yesterday? I blew 2 accounts yesterday. I have lots of racehorses. The stable is doing just fine. I don't know off the top of my head. I could go to, yeah, I'll do the smaller position size since my stop loss is now going to actually be a little bit wider, but I can compensate for that with just smaller position size. That red line turns blue, I'm in. Oh, yeah. Kelly's not out yet, though. To be fair to her, she had like that 100-point stop. So it'll take quite a bit for her to get stopped out. Okay, I'm short. There's my first target. There's my next target. There's my stop. Come on. At least hit my first target. That'd be nice. Nope. And I am how did I not get stopped out there? Okay. Maybe here. Okay. No, I am stopped. All right. Well, I had the hell scalpy scalp, but I wanted more, and it didn't give me more. That's okay. You can't make this stuff up. 2 p.m., we will go down. You can't make this stuff. Okay, if you're not missing, or if you're maybe just showing up, we had somebody show up. Just this will go down at 2 p.m. Here's 2 p.m. And Kelly was stopped out. So Kelly, somebody else showed up, basically treating us all like we're idiots. It's a short day. Okay, well, can you give us a trade plan? And she gave us a trade plan, and she just took like an 80-point loss. Once again, the moral of the story, a little bit of intellectual humility, a little bit of just talking like you're not quite sure what's going to happen, because that's the fact of the matter. No, we are all guessing. What do you mean you don't know what's going to happen? Yes, trading is a game of educated guesses. That's why risk management is important. Oh, that's true, Jim. That's true. She never specified what time. Oh, great. She can weasel her way out. No, this is the same account. This is same account NQ. Trades on the day. This is MN. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, I got to. Yeah. Okay, short. Okay, little scalpy scalp there. I chased that one down, so I needed to scalpy scalp it, but I felt good enough into my defense. I was right to take the scalpy. Now, in hindsight, I didn't need to scalpy scalp it. This thing is continuing to bleed. No, wait, what was the high of this candle? Oh, to be fair to Kelly, I think she survived. What? Okay, how do I figure out? How do I get that data box there? How do I do that? This could be the most... Oh, wait, right, data box? Hey, Tradeovate people, how do I get the... Like, how can we see actually what that high was? This could be like the stop outs of stop outs. How do I get that information? Oh, here. Data box. What's the high here? Oh my, so many numbers. Good grief. What is up? Dude. Oh, there we go. High. Where is it? High. Okay, what was the high of this candle? Oh my! You can't make that up. I can't. Look in the data box. The high of 60.25. Her stop loss was at 60. She just got stopped out by a tick. Oh my goodness. You cannot make this stuff up. Wow. Now we all know, being like probably a troll. Well, no. My stop loss. Sure. She said she's still in. Of course she said it. Yeah. According to the numbers she gave us so we could hold her accountable, she's not in. And that's what we're going by. Wow. Taken out by a tick. Look at this movement down though. Holy smokes. Yeah. Okay. This scalpy scalp was definitely a bad move. In hindsight, of course. I just made 500 doing the short. Did you have a take profit account now, Moonwalker? Is that what you're saying? Hey, if you're enjoying, we're going for 400 likes today. Surely there are 72 of you. No, 62 of you. I'm sorry. 62 people that are enjoying enough to hit the like button. Let's go for 400. Let's see a short squeeze and the likes. Sat on trade of 8 with you, bro. Beer in hand. That's right, Alpha. Also, thank you for not having... Oh, yeah. The goofy... Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's goofy music, but... I don't know. I can kind of see the music maybe helps make it not awkward silence, but... That is wild. That is... Clay, why do you harp on people to give numbers? Because you can hold them accountable. And this just proves the point. Right there. Stopped out. By a tick, and then it comes. Granted, I think she's basically back to break even now because she had an insane stop, but it's just, yeah. I'm watching and learning. Well, yeah, this is you know, and maybe somebody's here. We've all been there. But you know, at least a couple people in the world chased. They're like, okay, the momentum is really here. I'm gonna buy, you know, maybe they're you know what for sure, you know, somebody bought, right? That's hence what put in that you can't have for every sell there's a buyer. So there is at least one buyer right there. Well, thank you, Kelly Gooden. Thank you for giving us, you know, an entry and a stop. Unfortunately, man, that you might hold the record, unfortunately, for like the most brutal stop out. That's rough. Yeah, Eddie, that's. I mean, I kind of sort of like the fact that you can't call them, but yet there's all this data of people like they pay like. I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, it sounds like you're just coming up with any excuse to not sign up with them. Yes, you're right. Well, I can appreciate that. Okay. The real alpha, I'm deleting that out just because that is a more nuanced conversation than what you're revealing. To say XYZ is the best prop firm out there is a faulty premise. Because I argue, well, are we talking about somebody that's a beginner to the prop firm space or a battle-hardened veteran? Those are two very different conversations, right? There is a reason why a lot of people say Apex is a scam. Is Apex a scam? No. But what happens? Beginners show up, they go to Apex, and then they get hammered and overrun with the rules. They get payouts denied, and they're like, man, this is a scam. They just denied my payout. It's like, well, yeah, but you broke rules. Yes, there are lots of rules, but that's where it's a nuanced conversation. My argument is this. Exactly. So okay, thank you. Apex is a great company, but very difficult for beginners. Precisely. That's why I say, as a beginner prop firm trader, take Profit Trader. They have clean set of rules, great payout policy. Then after you get things fired up, figured out with Take Profit Trader, you know, you get your 5 accounts, you're firing on all cylinders. If you want to expand the empire, then sure, while you have the 5 Take Profit Trader, hop over to Apex, hop over to Lucid, hop over to, you know, whoever. So, yeah, and I'm just deleting their name out of here, even though you're calling them a scam, agreed, but I still don't want their name in here. So there you go. It is a conversation of nuance. If you're going to have a prop firm, if anybody's like, well, what do you think about prop firms? It's like, well, the first thing you should ask them is, well, are you a beginner prop firm trader or do you have a lot of experience as a prop firm trader? So yes, and I'll turn this in really just very quickly to summarize, you know, what we're basically talking about here and my thoughts. So again, in the category of beginner, Take Profit Trader. Now, even if you're experienced, I still think Take Profit Trader is the best due to their clean set of rules and payout policy and all that. But yes, once you become a beginner or turn yourself from beginner to experience, and if you want to expand your empire, you want to be one of these people that are trading 40 accounts or whatever, and then you want to hop over, well then here are many other prop firms out there. I should know, newest right here is Alpha. I was hoping Vlad would be here because Vlad's like, hey man, you got Alpha? You got Alpha? I'm like, no. So there we go. But that is also just a way to support the stream. So if you want to support the stream, code Clay with any of those prop firms, all caps, feed some hungry kids. Code Clay, all caps, feeds hungry children. I do have 6 children and they are hungry, so it'll go to a good cause. Why would you say TPT? Because they have a total clean set of rules. No consistency rule, no scaling rule, no scalping rule. If you're making $1,000 a day, you can request $1,000 every day. The best payout policy. Like what doesn't? You can do the racehorse model. After you pass an account, there are no more monthly fees. You can just store. I mean, there's so much stuff. They have really low commissions. Could I pass in one day? That is the wrong question to ask. So, again, a question. So this is what happens. Here's the right question to ask. How many days until I'm eligible for a payout? Because yes, there are prop firms that you can pass in one day. However, the time until you're eligible for a payout is like 8 or 9 days. So sure, you pass in one day, but until you're actually eligible for a payout, 8 or 9 days. Take Profit Trader. A lot of people are like, yeah, well, they have a minimum of 5 days. I want somebody where I can pass in one day. Again, wrong question. Yes, Take Profit Trader is 5 days for the test phase minimum, but you can get paid on the first day of your pro account, meaning you're eligible for a payout on day number 6 as opposed to day number 8 or 9. So don't focus on well, can I pass in one day or not? Wrong question. The right question. How many days is it until I'm eligible for a payout? Does that make sense, Rocky? Same with somebody who was like, well, Take Profit Trader is expensive. It's like, well, wait a second. If you were shopping for prop firms based on price, again, I disagree with that approach. I argue shop for prop firm based on rules and payout policy. Clay, I found a prop firm. It's $5 for $8 million in purchasing power. And then you look at the rule book and it's like a phone book. I know for you younger people, you have no idea what a phone book is. But for us older folks, you look at the rule book of that prop firm that's $5 for $8 billion in purchasing power. It's like, okay, yeah, cool story. It's $5, but like, you know what I mean? All right, I'm going to try to short here. If it hits that pink line and comes down, I'm going to grab, I think I am at least. Let me check. Yeah, about a 10-point stop. I'll take 10 points. 10-point risk, that is. But I want to first see it hit that pink line. Maybe this will be a stupid requirement because if this thing just comes down, then I'm starting to look stupid. But yes, all prop firms, you have to build buffer. It's going up to 32. Okay. I would take 2 phone books and interlock the pages. Does anyone know if TP has a max payout? No. Hey, hijinks. I say this with all due respect. And correct me if I'm wrong. Have you even passed the test account yet? From my understanding, you're kind of just newer. So what I'm trying to hint at with you is cross one bridge at a time. Stop worrying about max payouts. Dude, have you even gotten a payout? Have you ever even passed an account? Like I said, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, brother, cross one bridge at a time. It's kind of like when people show up, like, all right, I want to get into trading. And then they pour all this time and effort into like tax strategies and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, listen, I hear where you're coming from. I appreciate you planning. But like, in order for any of this tax stuff to matter at all, you have to be making a profit. Why don't we just focus right now on being consistent enough to make money before you worry about all these vast tax strategies? Again, I appreciate a planner. I appreciate somebody trying to look ahead. But in trading, one bridge at a time. One bridge at a time. Eddie, leave that name out of this room. Hey, 30 more people. We're going for 400. Can we get 30 more people to hit the like button? Let's try to push this up over 400 likes. Okay, maybe another short opportunity here. So in my ideal world, this candle closes somewhere right around here. The next one pops up a little bit, bumps its head on the pink line and comes down. I can like grab a short right here. I can throw my stop up there. Then I have a very small little risk profile. That is my ideal world filled with Sour Patch Kids and the sweet little old ladies on motorized carts. Did anybody get the sweet old little lady on motorized carts movie reference? If so, type it in the chat. Abel, why are you still here? Go enjoy something else. Correct, Patrick. Jimbo did not. You still haven't seen it, have you, Jimbo? Have you? You still have not seen Dumb and Dumber, have you? Nope. All right, that's a timeout. That's a timeout. That's a timeout. I mean, okay, it's a 10-second timeout, but that's a timeout. Especially when I've told you and you claim that I'm a real life friend and you still don't go and see Dumb and... In fact, actually don't watch it. I want to watch it with you. We're going to watch it together. So don't watch it. Don't watch it. That'll be fun. Why isn't Jim into... Because he hasn't seen... Okay, I'm sorry. I need to talk very politely here. Because Jim has not seen an American classic. But he can't watch it. We're all watching it together. Wait, no, you don't like dumb comedy, though. Jim, where are you? It was only a 10-second timeout. I know, man. You stuck the wife, or your wife, not... Why did you say the wife? It's your wife, Jim. Show some respect. Are you serious? Do you like it? I think we've had this conversation. I don't think you have because you don't like that kind of comedy. There you go. That's better. My wife. Kelly showed up. It's stupid. That's... There are some things in life that hit you deep in the loins. That's one of those. That's one of those things. I just experienced it. For all of you that are like, oh yeah, man, that's one of those life loin moments. I just had one. That hits. The first cut is the... Or I guess that one's more like the first kick is the most impactful. All right. Okay, we got to get serious here. Oh, wait, I don't want to... Oh, all right. I'm all flustered. Look at this. I'm flustered. I can't even pick the right tool. That's stupid. It's stupid. No, it's not. It's hilarious. You can't triple stamp a double stamp, Jess. For the record, I'll be watching Braveheart for the first time tonight. How old are you, Nas? I am watching this tread line. That is potentially an interesting short for me. So from more so kind of a big macro standpoint, I don't know. It's just a big old bear flag. Well, Clay, you're discounting that, and you're not wrong. But I don't know. Was that just kind of a blip? Now, if you're like, Clay, I don't care about that big picture bear pennant, well, then you know what? You're probably not going to care about this lower trend line, which is fine. I don't know what to tell you anymore, Jim. Yeah, that was specific. Yeah, they yeah, Marky the market maker went up and was like, all right, stop you out. Thank you. Can I hold it for a swing trade? I bought. Okay, my friend. Nobody knows if it will go up next week. That's why we all have to manage risk. Anybody that tells you that they know where the NQ will be next week is lying to you. So I don't know, man. That's why don't be a bag holder. You got to learn risk management. You'll have to excuse my friend. He's a little slow. The town is back that way. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Maybe a short here. What is going on? I don't know if it's my computer. Maybe I just need to reboot my computer. Maybe, because nobody else is saying they're having issues. Did you say how old you were, Nas? Did I miss it? How old are you, Nas? I'm sorry if I missed your reply. You got to be below 30, right? Okay, 31. All right. Yeah, you're in for a treat, man. You are in for a treat. Braveheart is my favorite movie. Dumb and Dumber is my favorite comedy. I don't know, obviously, but I think we closed near 25K today. Okay, and what makes you think that? Well, look at the trend line. Man, you can't make this stuff up. Good grief. Okay, if this next... Okay, good. If this next candle can close below, like I was mentioning earlier, we have... Watch the timer. So for the next 30 seconds, this has got to stay below. Next candle opens here, comes up, bumps its head on the pink line, and then comes down. I'll take it for a short. But it's got to stay below. No, don't go above. Good. Come on, 20. Oh, this is like New Year's Eve. Stay below. Again, I want it to close up here. I don't want it to close all the way down here. I'm in here long. All right, well, I might be going against my good friend Labrador. Okay, this could be perfect. No! It was so close to being exactly what I was looking for. Hey, 9 more likes. Come on, you goobers. Let's get this to 400. Top, yeah, top, that's fair. Anthony, you wouldn't know good pizza if it smacked you upside the head. Hey, we're over 400. Let's go. The record is 460. I don't know if we're gonna have record-breaking potential here, but who knows? Maybe we go on a massive short squeeze. Yeah, Domino's. Are you serious? Dude. $7.99, 1 topping large. That's a good deal. It used to be 3 toppings, but then inflation kicked in. FVG's BB order blocks. Yeah, I'll use all that for toilet paper there. Ever tried Tortinos? I don't know. Are they in? I have not. Never even heard of them. Don't take your trade based on my trades. No, I was looking to get short. And to be honest, yeah, doggone it. See? In hindsight, but it would have been so pretty. Had I gotten what I wanted, it would have been so nice. Does Domino's make? Probably. No, Domino's is the best. Hey, riddle me this. If all these other pizzas are so good, why haven't they built multi-billion-dollar companies? By the way, that I don't know. That's a logical fallacy I just pulled. I don't know which one it is, but that's very bad reasoning. I don't know what it was, but that... Maybe like an appeal to authority or something. Yeah, just because they don't have a multi-billion-dollar company does not mean they don't have good pizza. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe we'll call that the pizza fallacy. Wow. Doggone it. Granted, I would not have played this. Like I said, I did not have a setup. So it's easy to look back and be like, oh man, you could have got short right there. Yeah, but I meant, well, I mean, you heard me talk through exactly what I was looking for, and it didn't happen, and here we are, missing the trade. No. Okay, friend, if we have any Ohio State students here or former alumni, catfish biffs. Yeah, and I say no more. Catfish biffs. Please, they better still be in business. Or cat. What did I? Cat. Oh yeah, catfish. Catfish biffs. There it is. There it is. Is it still in the house? Yeah, it is. The good old days. Oh man. Oh, the memories. Right there. Catfish biffs right across from my dorm. At Ohio State. In that house. Oh man. Oh man. Do we have any Ohio State alumni here? Or I don't know, current students? And I'm actually not kidding. They had really good pizza. Catfish biffs. Okay, so it's catfish biffs and then Domino's. And then Casey's breakfast pizza. All right, this tread line. I mean, you got a bit of a flush, but right now it's putting up a fight. I closed out of a trade and logged off just to get an email of my account being disabled because I forgot to close out my... Oh, on a Friday too. I don't know, man. Maybe just laugh about it at this point. Just try to look like a month down the line and realize, oh, I'll probably laugh about this someday. Where'd Jimbo go? Can you well, I do both. I have the 5-minute off screen. And by the way, this is not the 1 minute. This is the 2 minute. Pinocchio's Harvard. Square brick oven slices. Jim went to, I think he slithered back in his earthworm hole. Exactly, Kyle. Probably in the ground. Yeah, all right, you were one step ahead of me. Man, his wife just, Puff Puff. Is that a name of a pizza place? Or is that a reference I'm not getting? All right, see, now I'm struggling because I don't know where to put my stop. If I get short here and I put it above the candle, well, I can't do that because the 21 EMA is there. So then I put it above the 21 EMA. Well, I can't do it there. Can't do it there because now I'm right in front of the purple line, the 50 SMA. So I get it above the 50 SMA, and now my stop is like huge. So it's not a very clean situation right now. If you ain't first, you're last. Shank and... I've heard of steak and shake. Is that the same thing? So I do like this for, well, I'd be interested in a short, but, you know, I just don't have the stops to have it make sense. All right, have a good one, Moonwalker. Hopefully see you back next week. I'll be here Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Squiddy? Why do you like the 2 minute? What time frame to use, Joshua Pena? Why 11? Because I have paying members where my loyalty rests with them at the open. Yeah, you too, Greg. Sorry to hear about it, but, you know, give it a month. You'll look back and just, you'll find it hilarious. The 1 and the 5. Yeah, why do you like the 1 minute? I would assume, Josh, you would say, well, Clay, I like the 1 minute because it helps me best implement my strategy. Is that a fair understanding of probably what you would say? Okay, so another way of saying that, would you say that you find the 1 minute the most helpful in implementing your strategy? There you go, Yoga. Today has been a weird day. It started off where I would say, or not today, the live stream has been kind of weird. Started off early part of the day pretty anticlimactic, and then the live stream, I think it's just because it got a little bit choppier than what I actually thought it would. Yes and no. Good for entering, I guess, and it's quick. Okay, well, my answer would be the reason why I use the 2 minute is the same reason you use the 1 minute. You use the 1 minute because it best helps you implement your strategy. I use the 2 minute because it best helps implement my strategy. All right, Zach. Ooh, I might try a long here. At this point, I don't know. Clearing up through this area just seems like it could get a bit of a jolt. Again, look, this pink line here is a 200 period moving average. I mean, if it can push up through there, I mean, do we get at least a spike up to the VWAP? We'll see. Again, looking to get long at the green line here. We have this consolidation. This pink line here, again, the 200 period simple moving average. So if it can push up through this area and clear out through all these sellers that are caught, I mean, does it find some wiggle room up to the VWAP? We'll see. All right, have a good one, Krim. Your assistant's in Hawaii? Ooh, I would think that'd be kind of a tough dynamic to work with. All right, well, maybe it's not going to bounce up there. We'll see. All right, have a good one, Deadeye. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Maybe, maybe. Good. Looking to get long at the green line. Seeing if we can get a bit of a pop-up through there. All right, have a good one, Dimitri. Right, maybe, kind of, sort of. And drops back down. All right, see you later, Scott. Nah, back down it goes. All right, maybe try it again. Trying to be patient. As long as it stays above this trend line, then I'm gonna stay interested in this level here. Now, if it starts to fall down through, at that point, it's like, okay, maybe the bears have starting to take back over some more. So here we are. Will the trend line hold? Please hold, yeah. Again, it's a little bit below it, but you know, trend lines are not exact levels. There can be a range element, so it's still within the range. All right, I think that'll do it for the, yeah. Now it's just pushing down through. Again, it could snap back up. I'll give it a couple more minutes just in case it wants to all of a sudden come back to life. I'm going to continue range. I taught myself, but then when I got into real estate investing, I gladly invested just under $5,000 into real estate education. Because yeah, it's, I don't even know how it's possible these days. There's first off so much information out there and so much garbage out there. But yeah, I happily invested about $5,000 into real estate stuff before I ever did my first real estate deal, and I'm glad I did it. Let me put it this way: that $5,000 has been paid for a few times over. All right, there it goes, and now it's just dropping down through. Well, on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day, call it a week. Before you go, if you want to help support the stream, ensure that it continues. Code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I recommend, Take Profit Trader. But I do understand people are at different locations in their journey. Maybe you're just in empire building mode where you're like, well, yeah, I use Take Profit Trader already, Clay, but I use somebody else. And if you do that and you're just looking to help support the stream, like I said, Code CLAY, all caps, with any of these. And the newest one, maybe if you haven't noticed, Alpha Futures. Enough people have been asking about them where I wanted to get a code. So if you use Alpha Futures or whatever, you can use Code CLAY, all caps, with any of these firms. So that is all I have. Hit that like button on your way out. We hit over 400 likes, which was awesome. I don't know, maybe next week is the week we can set a new like record, get up over 460. But either way, on your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button. Also, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll be back Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually I'm here early, though. So if you want to know exactly when I go live, then that's where turn on the notifications really help out. But thank you all for being here. It was a good week. We had Wednesday was a brutally slow day, I think. But overall, I'd say a good, solid week. So thank you, everybody. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Be safe. Make good decisions. Manage your risk, just like you do here in the markets. So take care. Hit that like button. Code CLAY, all caps, is the best way to support the stream. So everybody take care. Have a good one.